What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
93X rocks.
Oh, Lord, please.
93X.
It's almost as if the suspect was stalking them in a sense. He looks like he's staring at the child. As the family walks by, they don't even know who he is.
A father rushed into action after a man tried to kidnap his child from a stroller while they shopped at an Oregon Walmart a few days before Christmas. The encounter unfolded shortly before 8 p.m. December 21st inside the store, about 25 miles west of Portland, where deputies say the suspect focused on the family as they moved through the aisles. As the man reached for the child, the father intervened, blocking the attempt and grappling with the would-be kidnapper as the situation escalated. During that struggle, deputies say the suspect produced a knife, only to drop it moments later before fleeing the scene in the Jeep, leaving the father with minor injuries in the aftermath.
He's trying to steal somebody, baby?
Yeah.
That is bold. Like, hey, that kid you have right there, I'm going to take him.
Last-minute gift right before the holidays there.
Who the hell wants somebody else's baby?
Well, they're worth the most as a baby. As a teenager, nobody wants them. Investigators later identified the suspect as a 37-year-old who was taken into custody.
Troubled individual, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would think so. A 31-year-old Idaho man was arrested in Washington after he tried to kidnap an 11-year-old girl, and the attempt ended when she kicked him in the genitals and escaped.
Kicked him in the ding-ding.
Police in Vancouver, Washington were dispatched to suspicious circumstances December 15th after a caller reported a masked man tried to grab an 11-year-old girl, adding that the girl kicked him in the nuts before breaking free and running off. Officers later identified that man as 31-year-old Jerson Hartman and learned that the girl had been playing soccer with friends when she separated from the group and crossed paths with the perv. He began walking toward her in a way that made her uncomfortable before grabbing the little girl's arm and saying, "Come here, little girl."
What?
Police said Hartman also took the 11-year-old's cell phone from her hand, but she managed to slip his grip and start screaming she was being kidnapped, drawing attention to his crime with no idea the dire destiny that awaited his D. As she was screaming, Hartman told her to shut up, not expecting that the tough-as-nails girl was ready to launch a powerful prick kick. The girl karate kicked the creep in the crotch, snatched her cell phone back, and began running to a friend's apartment where 911 was called.
Quick thinking, her mom must have taught her you just kick them where it counts and run like crazy.
All girls are taught that, aren't they, Ashley?
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. Go for the nuts.
My mom also told me to fight as hard as you can because it's better than whatever they're going to do to you.
Yeah, you never get in the car,
Yep.
no matter what. You're right. Hartman was taken into custody shortly afterward, and police said he was found in possession of methamphetamine at the time of his arrest.
Oh.
If convicted, he could face life in prison. Hopefully they do convict him.
What a
She got him.
scumbag.
She got him
Yeah.
right in the pills.
That's got to feel pretty good for her, though.
Yeah, right in the stop buttons there. Yeah, he's going to knock a guy to his knees.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you guys are having much experience, but getting hit in the balls hurts pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not good. An Illinois woman who apparently hates bedtimes ignited a one-person campaign against flat-pack furniture, setting multiple cribs on fire inside a Walmart packed with patrons, and nobody knows why. On New Year's Eve, she celebrated at 7:20 p.m. By entering the Walmart in Woodstock, heading to the camping equipment aisle. The 21-year-old removed a can of camping fuel, put it in a shopping cart, and moved on to the baby section. She then returned to the camping aisle, grabbed a second can of camping fuel, and returned to where she left the cart, all captured by surveillance footage. For reasons unknown, she doused multiple cribs with the fuel, set them on fire, and left the store. Despite there being a full store of customers when this arson was committed, we are grateful for the swift actions of Walmart staff, the fire department said. Cops tracked Adalyn down and arrested her for aggravated arson. Turned out she had a pending arson charge in Colorado already and was out on supervised release.
One of those pyromaniacs.
Sounds that way. The Walmart fire cost more than $5 million in damage to merchandise and the store.
What?
She's a big bed-sharing advocate. That's what it is.
She likes that?
Yeah.
Wait a
They
minute.
recommend against that?
Yeah.
You burn up some cribs and it totals $5 million?
Not in cribs, but in the store.
Oh, the whole joint
Yeah.
burned down.
Everything kept going.
Jeez, girl.
She's scheduled to return to court on Wednesday.
For a second there, I thought, my God, you parents have it rough.
They are expensive, but not that expensive.
A few cribs turned to ash, and $5 million is the price tag. All right, there you go.
A Utah man's desperation became combustible after he tried an unorthodox version of Lost and Found, shattering windows and splashing fuel across multiple apartment complexes to create a scene in order for police to help him find his dog. Cops were dispatched just after 4 a.m. following a report of a man vandalizing several apartment complexes, a call that led officers to discover multiple shattered windows along with damage to a water fountain, several vehicles and decorations and other items scattered throughout the lobby, with an open can of fuel sitting on the counter of the lobby desk. Police located 29-year-old Jonah Singer on the second floor of one of the buildings and took him into custody. At first, he said he didn't know why he broke the windows. Later, the explanation arrived. He told officers his dog had been stolen and he needed to make a scene to get emergency response to locate the animal.
Well, he got that done.
Yeah, he did. They showed up.
Is he banging that dog?
I don't know. They do seem awful close.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the dog just left and wasn't stolen. I'm not sure. Asked about the fuel discovered in the lobby, he said it was part of making the scene. When officers pressed further and asked whether fuel had been poured anywhere else during his arson-adjacent plea for assistance, he said he had poured fuel up a stairwell and another apartment complex as well. Police went to that location and found fuel spread throughout all 7 floors inside the building, where officers also observed multiple vehicles with damaged windows.
Jeez.
Did he find that dog?
Didn't say.
I hope not.
Or if there really was a dog. I mean, he might have made the whole thing up.
Maybe there was no dog.
Bloomington police arrested a big dummy who punched a woman in the back of the head as part of a TikTok challenge. And always known for speaking his mind, Chief Booker Hodges wasn't having it.
TikTok challenge gone wrong, man. You TikTok in Bloomington, you punch people in the back of the head, we locked you up. So we locked him up.
On December 16th, an individual already carrying 2 warrants decided to chase online attention at someone else's expense. The chosen challenge involves striking an unsuspecting person from behind. Chief Booker Hodges didn't mince words. Don't come to Bloomington and do your idiotic TikTok challenges, especially ones that are trying to hurt others, Hodges said.
He had me at don't come to Bloomington.
Police say the suspect was not only swinging, but also recording, carrying a microphone to vlog the encounter. That detail gave Hodges an opening, and he took the stage.
Can you hear me? If you come to Bloomington and you do a stupid TikTok challenge like punching somebody in the back of the head, we're going to lock you up. I got a microphone, too.
The 18-year-old suspect was booked into the Hennepin County Jail. What a dope.
Yeah. Is that one of your Facebook friends, Dana?
What's that? No.
Are you even on Facebook?
You don't know
Is
that guy?
Facebook cool anymore?
Facebook's long stopped being cool. I'm still on it, but I don't really post or check it that often.
You don't do too
Where
much?
do you go now?
I don't really do much of any social media anymore.
What?
Yeah. I tweet occasionally. I'll put something on an Instagram story occasionally, but that's about it.
Is something wrong?
No, it just kind of ran its course. It was fun for a while. It's no longer fun. So.
You were always on it for a long time.
Oh, big time. I used to be obsessed with Twitter, but now Twitter is kind of like that sad mall that most of the stores are closed. You know, they got a couple cell phone kiosks, maybe a Cinnabon, a couple
Definitely
hat
a
stores.
Spirit Halloween.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of how Twitter has become these days.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, Dana.
Does Elon Musk give you a call? Like, what's up, man? Where have you been? We miss you.
Come on, man. We need you.
Well, when are we going to, Josh, is there going to be some kind of an announcement when TikTok has a winner of this head punch contest?
I don't know. Are they? I mean, it's a challenge. Are there awards for?
Yeah.
Maybe if you go to jail, you get some extra points, like this particular dummy.
Who's the winner?
And these challenges are seemingly getting less and less creative.
Yeah, it's just dumb. Go
punch somebody. Okay. Like, come on, at least put some thought into it.
Right.
Well,
Wait till her back is turned, and with great courage, punch her. Give her a rabbit punch.
You social media people, give us a heads up when a winner of that challenge is decided.
Dunkin' Donuts, acceptable. Dunkin' 6-year-olds, less so. That distinction proved costly for a Florida woman whose poolside policing at a fancy resort earned her several nights behind bars. 36-year-old Tiffany Griffith was staying at the Gaylord Palms Resort in Kissimmee when a pool turned prickly. One of Griffith's children got tangled in an aggressive splashing bout with another boy. When she saw her son pushed over, she sought revenge. She got into the pool, confronted the other child, raised her voice, set both hands on his shoulders, and pressed the little bastard beneath the surface of the water for several seconds. Police said the boy got out of the pool, went to find his parents while suffering a nosebleed. Griffith then turned her attention to the boy's parents, yelling at them before leaving the pool area. Once arrested, she tried something to smooth things over by informing officers she was a former cop, which was true. In fact, she previously worked for the Punta Gorda Police Department as a school resource officer, where she would teach kids about the harms of bullying. Obviously, someone who didn't pay attention to her own lectures, and her attempt at pulling the former cop card didn't work because police took her into custody. In court, her defense attorney suggested the nosebleed might not have been her doing. The judge didn't take the bait, though, responding, "So you don't think that placing both hands on his shoulders, forcibly submerging him underwater, and holding him underwater is sufficient to assume that maybe that caused the nosebleed?" And after that exchange, the attorney backpedaled, telling the judge, "I withdraw my argument, I guess." Griffith was charged with aggravated child abuse.
One of those helicopter parents.
Oh, yeah.
That's the term I hear.
Yep.
And she's not the only one. Lest anyone think this was the only Florida story with misguided mothering, the pattern resurfaced with a Midwest accent. A Minnesota woman is facing a child abuse charge in South Florida after deputies said she tackled a teenager who she thought had been part of a group attacking her sons at a Miami-bound Carnival cruise, but it turned out to be a case of mistaken identity. She tackled the wrong kid. Deputies arrested a 38-year-old St. Paul woman after the Carnival Conquest docked at Port Miami. Deputies said she became extremely upset when learning her sons had been attacked and was speaking to a security guard when she saw a group of kids running. She thought one of those kids running was someone who hit her sons. Suddenly, she bolted from security, jumped on top of the victim, and grabbed him by his collar. The boy later told deputies he was randomly walking down the hallway and began running after seeing a crowd running for safety, and of course he feared something was going on. During the process of running, the victim said the enraged Minnesota mother ran up to him from the back, tackling him to the floor and grabbing him by his collar and pulling him up, which is a foul in the NFL. According to the report, she admitted she ran up to the victim and accidentally fell on top of him, but did call him a little MFer.
Yeah.
Deputy said the victim heard the woman calling her children to attack him before she told security officers. "This is one of the kids who attacked my son," she wrongly said. Soon learning that it was not one of the kids who attacked her son, not even close. He had nothing to do with it at all. The mom later admitted she got the kids who hit her two sons mistaken for the victim, and once she realized what she was doing wrong, she got up and walked away as if nothing had happened. A judge found probable cause for child abuse charges.
Well, she made herself out to be an enormous jackhole.
Yeah, I think you might want to double-check that. Maybe ask your kids, is that one of them?
Tackling
And she's
kids.
already talking to security. Maybe have them handle it. A Miami mother is accused of shooting her son on Christmas Day outside a popular restaurant because he was being disrespectful. She taught him a lesson about disrespect that day. According to police, 50-year-old Rosita Smith and her son were inside a Red Rooster for brunch when Smith became upset and accused her son of acting disrespectful toward her and other family members. By about 3 p.m., the dispute migrated from eggs and etiquette to the Red Rooster parking lot. Again, Smith's chief complaint remained disrespect, a charge that lost much of its authority once she escorted the family argument into gunfire, firing a single shot into her son's thigh, narrowly missing his Red Rooster. When officers arrived, they discovered the disrespectful son bleeding on the ground and the trigger-happy, self-appointed guardian of decorum conspicuously absent. Mom reportedly fled the scene after the shooting, though police were able to track her down later that day.
She made a run for it, huh?
Yeah, she took off.
A lot of folks love that song and dance, don't they, Cubby? That disrespect, lack of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Respect their authority.
It's been a thing for a long, long time.
Usually doesn't escalate to the point where you're shooting someone.
No,
Shooting your son.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of people love that bit.
Customers shopping at a Texas grocery store received an unexpected holiday surprise when a routine trip for groceries turned into a moment they were unlikely to forget. At an H-E-B location, the store's system suddenly went down, leaving registers unusable and lines at a standstill as shoppers waited with full carts, uncertain of what would happen next. Rather than turning customers away, however, or asking them to abandon their purchases, the store made a different decision, allowing everyone already in line to take their groceries home at no cost.
Awesome.
An employee addressed the waiting customers, explaining the situation and announcing the unexpected gift.
Unfortunately, the computers are not coming back up right now. So today, everything that you have, we're going to bag you up, and we hope every one of you have a very Merry Christmas.
H-E-B later confirmed the details in a statement emphasizing its focus on customers during the holiday season. During this busy season, when our registers were temporarily down at our store, we gave all those with full baskets their groceries for free. The customer experience is at the heart of what we do. Happy holidays, the store said. In an unexpected twist, that kind gesture caused the store to go out of business.
No.
God, help us.
In a somber note today, a gospel singer and recording artist who stacked up 8 Grammy Award nominations has taken his final bow.
Who's that?
So rest in peace to Dick Smallwood.
Oh, my God.
Passed away from kidney failure at the age of 77.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites.
Dick Smallwood?
Yeah, absolutely.
Rolls off the tongue. St. Denis Medical and Brilliant Minds both return tonight to NBC. Bradley Cooper turns 51 today. Congratulations to the recently married Jake and Kayla from Offended Millennial Jesus, and happy birthday to Ethan and Eli. 6'7" from Karen Rogers is a douche Jesus, and that's 93X News.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Turn down the acid rock. Sorry if I come off a little distracted during this here stupid news report, but Ashley busted out a onion and baked bean sandwich. And it's reeking up our friggin' studio. It's horrible. The smell is terrible.
It was an egg sandwich with pesto.
It smells like onions and baked beans on rye bread.
It's so different, to say the least. Yeah, that's a powerful smell. Really singes the nose hairs.
I don't know where you're getting onion and bean, but
it doesn't smell like an egg sandwich. Must be, you said it's got pesto on it?
Yeah, fancier.
Did you bring an onion and baked bean sandwich for everybody?
Yeah, I got them right here.
I'd eat
Some
the heck
white
out of it.
bread and onion and beans.
I'd eat that.
What?
That sounds pretty good, actually.
No.
What? What sounds good?
An onion and bean sandwich.
Your memory is failing. Yes, the onion and bean sandwich you mentioned.
Isn't that the old rule, Joff? Josh is your name. It's not Joff. If you don't bring enough for everybody,
yeah,
right?
you got. I mean,
I can find some stuff in here.
But
especially like on birthday day, right? You bring in cupcake. Well, you can't do that anymore. But you used to be able to bring in cupcakes.
Oh, that was so cool.
But doesn't it? It reeks in here.
It's not pleasant.
No.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you were hanging out with a hockey team who hadn't showered throughout an entire tournament. And you're in the locker room. It smells worse than that.
Oh, wait.
Dana, come in here and smell it.
I was going to say, it smells great in my studio.
You guys need more pesto in your
Seriously,
life.
you should come smell this thing and let us know your thoughts.
Dana, it smells like onions and baked beans being cooked on sauna rocks. That's what it smells like in this friggin' room.
Oh, I bet you regret that sandwich now, Ashley.
Not as much as we do.
Honestly, not really. It was delicious.
Oh, you finished it already?
That's gone? Why? It smells like it's still here.
Smells like Bigfoot's
Yeah, it does.
That's the burps talking.
It probably didn't help, like, the combination of, I put, like, an insane amount of hot sauce on it. So, usually makes things smell a little
I don't
odd.
smell hot sauce. I don't
See.
smell any hot sauce at all.
Egg sandwich, pesto, and hot sauce.
Yeah, there's some cheese on there, too.
I don't even
Your
know what
tummy's going to hurt.
I don't even know what pesto is, bruh. But
I don't mind pesto.
I like pesto.
next time, eat it in the other room, for God's sake.
I can do that.
And then wait an hour.
Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be like in an hour.
Yeah.
I got something else I can bust out.
Yeah, that's coming out later.
If she gets gassy, you guys are in trouble.
No kidding.
Gross. There's no beans.
Smells like beans. Okay, our first bit here. Our first bit for today's Stupid News Report. We'll be talking about a masshole. Somebody or another from the state of Massachusetts, don't you know? I've only known one person from Massachusetts who was born and raised there. I knew him well. He was from the Boston area. Haven't seen the prick in, 20-some years, yet he still goes down in the record books as one of the most delusional, arrogant ass clowns I've ever crossed paths with. Just a puke bag. So
Do I know
have
this person?
I have
That
a bad
sucks.
image of massholes since I met and got to know that effing jagoff. Yeah, you knew this jagoff too.
Did they work here? at
Yeah.
one point? Okay. Yeah, I can't picture who that would be. Masshole Sheezus seems great. She texts in.
You ever know any massholes personally, Josh?
No, that Masshole Sheezus would be the closest. Well, obviously, I must know this person. It just escapes my mind who it would be.
You know anybody from the Vag?
Oh, yeah. I know a couple people from the VAD. I went to school with a couple kids from the VAD.
Savage, Minnesota, the Vag. You know anybody from East Methil?
I don't think I do.
How about Wastings?
Wastings, absolutely.
Yeah?
I got a good friend from Wastings.
All right.
She loves it there. Born, raised, she'll never move.
This guy, who's the lady from Massachusetts that you know?
No, Wastings. I don't know anybody from Massachusetts.
No, you just said you knew a lady from Massachusetts.
I said the closest would be Masshole Sheezus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
It got confusing.
This guy has problems. He's from out there in Massachusetts. 33-year-old derelict running around town stealing snowplow equipment, of all things.
I'd love to have some snowplow equipment. I think that'd be cool.
Your truck is built for it.
I don't know. Well, no, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, but I would love something like that.
Snowplow blades this guy was making off with.
Those aren't, I mean, I guess I wouldn't know. Are they heavy? I imagine they would be very heavy and difficult to steal.
Yeah, he had a, Ashley, he had a loser pal with him
Oh.
during the caper. Snowplow blades, he snatched somebody work truck, this and that. Michael Sansevero is the effing guy's name, Sansevero. Sounds shady, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dude snuck his way around a car dealership in town. He stole those snowplow blades. Like I said, he had some bro with him. Oh, cripes. When the cops caught up to Sansevero and his cuck buddy, the police found piles of, not only did they find the snowplow blades, the police found those, but they also found piles of guns and fentanyl. But don't ever challenge this Severino, whatever the hell his name is. Don't ever challenge his manhood, Cubby. He's a real man.
They all are.
When the cops found him, he was hiding under his bed like a friggin' 10-year-old. That's embarrassing.
I gotta hope he even thought, this is so silly.
Yeah, come on.
He just reverted to childhood. This is the least manly place I could hide.
He was curled up under his bed like a little 10-year-old on report card day, you know. Next stop for Dinkus is a courtroom and whatnot. Oh.
Would be cool to have that stuff, but I'd imagine they're going to have that on lockdown. They'll figure that out quick.
Yeah.
Anoka Hockey Dad Jesus has a problem with you, Dana.
Uh-oh.
You mentioned the housemaid is full of sex and nudity?
Yeah.
He said he saw one nude scene.
Well, I mean, they're always in provocative clothing for the most part. I guess maybe I oversold it a little bit. I apologize. That's just kind of like the parts where I keyed in on.
Sure.
Overselling things. It's what we do around here on the radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Like that concert that's coming up, it's not going to be all that great.
Or that other one.
The other one, it'll be all right.
Yeah, these tickets we're giving away, you could get better tickets probably just for a couple of bucks.
We got decent seats. They're decent. We only got a few of them. Anyway.
You want a pair, but the seats are nowhere near each other.
Yeah, they're on opposite ends of the arena.
Let's talk about drinking for a minute. This one's for the drinking crowd. I know some of you might have a moment of clarity now and again. I think that's what they call it in the business, a moment of clarity. I know some of you, because I've done it myself, you look in the mirror and you say, Jesus, I drink too damn much. It happens. Whether you do anything about it is another story, but I know some of you question yourselves now and again. It's only natural.
That's not why you slowed down, right? It just kind of happened naturally. It wasn't you looked yourself in the mirror and thought, I got to make some changes?
No, it wasn't anything dramatic like that.
It just kind of happened.
Just kind of happened. Yeah, suddenly 6 beers a night went to, 5 3/4.
You're growing up.
You think you drink too much. This will make some of you feel better. If maybe you had that moment of clarity lately and looked yourself in the mirror and said, Jesus, balls, I drink a little too damn. You think you drink too much. Here's a guy from stupid New Jersey who got so drunk he upped and stole some mandolins from a guitar shop. What are you, in a Mumford & Sons cover band or something? What, are you looking to play some Robert Plant songs?
I'm just impressed you know who Mumford & Sons are.
Yeah.
I don't. I actually looked up on the internet.
Did you?
So I could tell some proper jokes. I looked up on the internet, and what did I do? What's the word? I Googled what bands use mandolins, and one of the top answers was something called Mumford & Sons. I was well aware of the fact that Robert Plant, in every other solo song he ever made, it included a friggin' mandolin.
Grateful Dead on that list? R.E.M.? I guess I haven't listened to enough of either of those artists to pick out the mandolin.
When I went and saw Robert Plant in concert about 10 years ago, they should have just called it Mandolin. Every song. He even took, cool old Zeppelin songs and turned them into a little a cappella mandolin thing. If I would have had a fresh turd in my hands, I would have thrown it at the stage. So who's got a fresh turd? Anyone got a poop?
I'm good.
If Robert No, that's what I was saying to myself at the concert. It was so boring and awful, and I like Led Zeppelin. Anyway.
Mandolin, that's my favorite Winger song. Well, Winger's got a lot of great songs. Hungry, also another one.
Better than Dana at Mario Kart. Jesus wants me to tell my Mr. Big and Winger story again. I appreciate your interest. It is one of my favorite stories to tell. When we were 17 or something, we're lined up out front, First Avenue, because Mr. Big with opening band Winger
That's
were
awesome.
playing a show at First Ave. What a great night that was, Josh.
I wish I would have seen that show.
Me running sideways.
I'm sorry, did you already say where it was?
First Avenue.
First Ave, okay.
So we're lined up out on the sidewalk like you do. And this character walks by me and my pals. And he says, what the hell's going on in there tonight? We said, concert. Oh, yeah, who's playing? We said, Mr. Big and Winger. And the guy said, Mr. Big Wiener? What the hell's wrong with y'all? Going to see Mr. Big Wiener.
Billy Sheehan, the bass player for Mr. Big, supposedly does have a big wiener.
That's why they call the band. Right. Billy Sheehan. He thinks he can play the bass guitar.
I'm gonna agree with his thoughts on that.
Jesus. All right, what the hell happened here? Oh, yeah, we were talking about a drunk in New Jersey. Got so drunk he broke into, well, he didn't break into. He walked into his neighborhood guitar shop and stole some mandolins. You gotta be effing blasted to want to steal mandolins from a guitar shop instead of a real guitar. I mean, how much did you drink? So that's where we're going with this one.
Are mandolins more valuable?
Well, it says here, Smashley, I've never looked at a price tag on a mandolin. I had it here, Summers. It says here, a friggin' weak-ass mandolin can run you up and around $4,000.
Whoa.
That's what it says here, but I wouldn't know Dick Tracy.
How expensive is your average guitar? Can you even
tell them, Cubby?
Well, I mean, you could pick a price. I mean, you could spend $200. You could spend $20,000.
Oh, wow! Holy cow!
Mister.
But yeah, average. I don't know, under 1,000 probably
Mr.
for
Okay.
an
Big
average
wiener.
guy.
All right. But once this guy sobered up and saw what he had done, once he woke up and felt the shame, he brought the mandolins back
Oh, that's sweet.
to the guitar shop, and he even left an apology note. I can picture him, Josh, coming to after this drunken stupor, right, where he snatched the mandolins. He wakes up, they're laying next to his bed, right, probably next to his whack rag, and he says to himself, dude, this is the lamest heist in the history of alcohol-related crime right here.
If my friends see all these mandolins in my house, they're
Right.
going to bust my balls forever.
I can't have this on my conscience for the rest of my life.
Did you F Mumford and Sons? What's with all these mandolins?
Oh, yeah. Well, did you bang Mumford, or is it one of the sons that you banged?
So he brought them back, and he left a note on the door of the shop that said, in all capital letters, sorry, I been drunk. Merry Christmas. Listen to this guy, Buzzy Levine. Buzzy Levine is the name. He's been running that there guitar shop since 1981.
That's a sweet name for somebody that does what he does.
Yeah, he said he was shocked when the mandolins were returned. He chased the prick down the street when the drunk originally grabbed the mandolins and ran out the store with them, but he couldn't catch up. Buzzy's an older feller. He said about the return and the note, he said, this is like some kind of weird movie that has a happy ending or something. That's what Buzzy had to say. In between hits, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like he smokes a lot of pot.
Is this a joke? Buzzy posted something on stupid social media after the mandolins got stolen. He said, be on the lookout for this criminal. The thief has a Montenegrin accent. Is that a joke?
Well, that was before. I don't know. Yeah, he posted that before everything was returned. Right.
Right.
I don't think it's a joke. I mean, the English was certainly broken in the.
Oh, it was in the note.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote, "You are good man" or something like that, and
sorry, I've been drunk. Merry Christmas. Yeah, wow, that's excellent. What's the word they use on television? That's excellent, like detective work on your part, Josh. It was
excellent deduction, Josh.
How about that?
Because you remembered that the English was sort of broken in the note, so maybe he wasn't joking about a Montenegrin accent. Could you recognize a Montenegrin accent?
Not at all.
No way.
And again, $4,000 for one mandolin? That's a lot of monies for a Montenegrin or any other type of person.
Yeah. You got to flip those. You're on the street like, hey, you want a mandolin?
Yeah, that's a small market right there.
Yeah, so there you go. God dang, the guy, he's in a perfectly cool guitar shop owned by a guy named Buzzy, and he steals a mandolin as opposed to maybe like a Warren DeMartini model ESP. You know what I'm talking about, Josh? You know guitars.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those things where he's always kind of wanted one, but he just decided, hey, I'm drunk, I'm going to go get it right now. I don't understand that maybe in Montenegro it's a huge thing, the mandolin.
God, I hated that Robert Plant concert that I went to.
That's too bad.
Oh, it was terrible.
How did he sound just singing? Was
Great.
His voice good
His singing
still?
voice was wonderful. This is 10 years ago. But every cool Zeppelin song you pictured he might play, he turned it into a banjo and mandolin. He's into the bluegrass thing. He's been into that for 50 years. That's
By the way, some of those like Warren DeMartini Charvels, I mean, you can spend $4 or $5 grand on those.
Charvel. You know what I'd steal if I was looking to steal a guitar? I'd go for one of those big old flying V's like Rudolf Schenker played in the Scorpions all those years.
Randy Rhoads. Have you ever tried to play one of those?
No.
Sit down and play one. It's frustrating.
Oh, to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have the perfect sized thigh.
Yeah. Well, Rudolph would just kind of jam the V up against it. You see what I'm so he's up here. That's Rudolph Schenker from the Scorpions. A lot of you don't even know who I'm talking about. And that's a shame.
Sorry.
It's a friggin' shame.
Randy Rhoads, you guys recognize?
Yeah.
They don't know Randy Rhoads.
That sounds familiar.
Nope, they don't know him. All right, another monkey is cut loose on us.
Yes.
Oh, I love these stories.
This time in Tennessee. A monkey got out. And it beat the piss out of a music shop. We don't need to get into it, but as you know, I fully believe that monkeys all over the world have had enough of us running the show, so more and more, they're starting trouble, just to send us a message that the takeover is coming. And again, although I will fight to the death with my fellow humans against the monkey attack when it happens, I don't disagree with the monkeys. We've effed everything up, and I do believe that they could do a better job running the world than we can. We had our chance, and we effed it up. Ashley has stated before that she will be taking sides with the monkeys.
Yep. Yes, I will.
Well, you're dead.
But, like, the monkeys are going to get me? They're going to turn on me? Or
No.
I'm just going to get murdered by the humans?
Humans.
No, they'll protect me.
So a monkey went...
These are my monkey protectors.
I picture myself, like, riding on a gorilla's back.
Now I want to see that. Hopefully not after that sandwich you had earlier, because that's dangerous.
A monkey went haywire at a music shop in Tennessee, busting up all the guitars and the drum sets and saxophones. Ooh, this is good. Magic playing machinist Jesus texted the program. I mentioned if I ever stole a guitar, it would be one of those big, fat, flying Vs like Rudolph Schenker or Randy Rhoads. And here's magic playing machinist Jesus. Like what K.K. Downing played in the 80s when he was with Judas Priest.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
That's a good one.
Oh, life, I'm gonna live it up. Another thing coming, 1982.
I see one here, one of his signature flying Vs from 1984, and they want $6,500 for it.
Oh, that's just a little
That's
bit of
worth
change.
stealing. You got $6,500 laying around?
No. Monkey on the loose, tore up a music shop in Tennessee. I think the joint was closed when the monkey broke in and started tearing it up. He is, the monkey, what they call here, Ashley, a cinnamon capuchin monkey.
Oh, those capuchin monkeys are adorable.
They'll pull an artery out of your thigh and watch you bleed out. And they'll lap up the blood.
That's all right.
Blood running down the monkey's chin.
She's into that.
They're more widely known, Cubby, as the organ grinder monkeys, like from all the old movies.
It's like what you picture when you think monkey, at least for me.
Exactly.
This vandal monkey that I was telling you about was caught a day or two after it broke all the instruments in the music shop. It was caught by the local police. And if this means anything to you, the story is saying that he's a stolen monkey.
Oh, no.
Believed to have been stolen from a farm in Alabama.
Why is there a monkey farm in Alabama?
How do you harvest a monkey?
Yeah, I don't know why there were monkeys on this farm in Alabama. They believe it was stolen from the monkey farm and then sold to some dumb lady there in Tennessee.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 when you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because I have a job to do.
With rapid-fire takes.
So I don't want to hear from you lava pigs on this notion today. No idea what you're talking about. You're complaining more than you like to breathe air. It's like you get up in the morning only to complain and cry and moan on social media about things that you don't even understand.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
He literally turned and saw the water, eyes lit up, and I said to my friend, no, he's not going to. And he A-line to the lake.
A routine loop around a Minneapolis lake, usually good for fresh air, exercise, and a leashed iguana sighting, took a turn toward the remarkable last year, earning a local woman a moment on the national stage and a footnote in the ledger of good timing. Carmen Black, a Minneapolis resident and social worker, was honored Monday with the Heroic Act Award from the United States Life-Saving Association. This happened at a ceremony held in at the Minneapolis Fire Station No. 5, marking the highest distinction the organization offers to a bystander who's neither a lifeguard nor first responder.
Well, what the hell did she do?
She saved a little kid from drowning. She was circling the lake with a friend, settling into the rhythm of a second lap, which is too many laps in my opinion, when they saw a child suddenly break formation and sprint for the water.
If he would have turned around, he would have never known his son was literally over the edge drowning.
Wet denim be damned, and instinct beat hesitation as Black ran in fully dressed to pull the child safely back to shore, which officials say, without a doubt, saved that boy's life.
Quick thinking and reaction, that saved a life, that saved a rescue that we didn't even have to respond to.
According to the Minneapolis interim fire chief, Black's immediate response stopped the incident from becoming something far more grim and altered the course of what likely would have ended in tragedy.
Well, that's wonderful for that lady.
Yeah, perfect timing. She saw the kid and thought, boy, that kid seems to be really paying attention to the water. And then he ran right in there, and the dad didn't realize it.
My brother pulled a kid off the bottom of a swimming pool and saved his life many years ago, but he never received any type of award, and I'm imagining that's because he was pretty much a dick otherwise.
He's the one that pushed the kid in the pool.
Yeah, he started out by holding him under and then just changed his mind. Your brother deserved an award for that, don't you think?
It's very dramatic stuff, Cubby.
If you've ever flirted with the antique impulse to tell a woman she belongs in the kitchen making you a sandwich, consider this a public service announcement. A Texas woman stands accused of driving a knife into her uncle's chest after a lunchtime quarrel. The doomed relative told his niece she best start cooking, and that sharp criticism was reciprocated by an even sharper blade. Fittingly named Ashley, stab, stab, stab. The 32-year-old stabbed her Uncle Tony once in the chest, then attempted to present the incident as an accident, even pretending she was deaf and mute when the cops showed up.
What, girl?
The incident unfolded around noon the day after Christmas, when other residents said Tony asked them to call 911. Officers attempting to speak with Ashley were met with silence because Ashley pretended she was nonverbal, making communication.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day long.
Like they can't, fact check that?
That was pretty good. She said
I wish we had video of that.
That would be, I'm sure they do on body cam somewhere.
She pretended to be deaf and mute to avoid. That's great.
So, of course, making conversation impossible. But that obstacle was overcome by a smart cop, however, when one of the officers switched to pen and paper.
Oh.
Ashley then scribbled that she didn't know what happened and denied any involvement in any stabbing that may have occurred. Now, it may have occurred, which was evidenced by the knife in the guy's chest. Then a miracle happened. During a follow-up interview, she somehow regained the ability to speak.
Wow.
And this time, she was able to communicate far more clearly than they had at the scene. She explained she and Tony shared the living room of a house leased by another tenant who actually rented individual spaces to multiple occupants. Ashley told police she was, quote, pissed off when Tony told her to start cooking, adding that he stabbed her in the mouth before she stabbed him back.
Really?
That version, however, ran into a stubborn factual problem. She displayed no injuries or marks to her face to support such a claim. Cops said if you're stabbed in the mouth, there would be evidence.
This gal's hitting it out of the park so far.
She's doing her best.
Yeah.
She's just clawing. Several days later, January 2nd, Fort Worth police responded to another call from the same resident. A roommate reported Ashley was standing outside their bedroom door holding a knife.
Oh, here we go.
So it's kind of her thing.
Apparently so.
Really?
At that point, they took her into custody, and the court deemed the situation severe enough that bond was denied. They decided she shouldn't be out in the world anymore.
Once you stab once, you just can't stop.
Yeah, she basically got away with it for a couple of seconds there. A former Rhode Island mayoral candidate wasn't very diplomatic toward a cop during a recent traffic stop, calling the officer, and I apologize, these are her words, a dick, while dropping the old, do you know who I am line.
Works every time.
Love these.
Maria Bucci was pulled over in East Greenwich December 18th, and the situation turned ugly real quick. The officer switched on his body cam, capturing every moment of her terrible attitude. As you'll hear, she was difficult right from the start. She's making faces at the officer as he tells her she smells like booze and was driving erratically. She then told the cop to stop embarrassing her and her friend who was with her. After the cop says he's just doing his job, she launched into her "do you know who I am" routine. The cop says he didn't know who she am, and the politician learned that her douche move wasn't going to work.
Stop embarrassing us.
I'm not embarrassing you, miss. I'm doing my job. Yeah. I'm sorry? What did you say?
I am, right?
I don't know who you are, miss. And I frankly...
You don't care,
No,
right?
I really don't.
The officer's request that she run through some field sobriety tests prompted more back and forth between them until she finally decided to comply, sort of. At some point, things took another turn for the worse, and she went off the rails before getting cuffed and stuffed into the back of a patrol car and uttering that word.
All right,
So
miss.
why are you guys embarrassing me?
Miss, on the line, please.
This guy is like gibberish.
Turn around. Turn around.
Oh, you want to arrest me?
Yep. Guy,
Give me the camera. You're a dick.
He's the one talking gibberish?
Yes.
Stop embarrassing me? Jesus Christ. Who the hell do you think you are?
Well, a former mayoral candidate. She was cited for refusal to submit to a chemical test, several roadway violations, and operating a motor vehicle without proof of insurance.
They tacked the last one on just for the heck of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with all the other stuff, maybe they'd usually drop it if you were polite. But
Yeah, she earned that one.
I bet she has a tough time keeping a significant other.
I would bet you're dead on about that.
What a pain in the ass.
I mean, hey, great if you have political aspirations. Why you would, I have no idea, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
But can you brag about being a candidate for something if you never achieved success?
No.
There are no limits these days, Cubby, to folks' delusions of grandeur. It's hit a peak that's never been reached afore.
The human nose is capable of detecting approximately 1 trillion distinct scents. But a California man recently discovered he needed only one to register a distinct number 2. A California resident detailed a troubling development unfolding just beyond their back door, which coincidentally involved their neighbor's back door, and I'm talking about his poop chute.
Oh.
The Anaheim resident reported a longtime next-door neighbor had taken to relieving himself in buckets, then depositing the contents along their shared fence line. The result, according to the online post, was a wall of stench and a set of serious health concerns. The account gathered momentum as readers weighed in on the predicament. After 15 years in the same 4-unit building, the poster wrote that the family next door, particularly the elderly patriarch living in the makeshift backyard, quote, man cave, had let matters continue deteriorating to the point of defecating. The situation reached the point where human waste was seeping into the soil on both sides of their fence.
What's wrong with the toilet?
Well, he lives in a structure in the back now, that he called his man cave. It just didn't have plumbing.
He can't make it into the house?
I guess, I don't know if they don't let him in the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's too lazy to get to the house.
So there's turds all over the fence line.
Yeah, he's just going in buckets and dumping near the fence. So unsure how to proceed, the person who made the post said Adult Protective Services had been contacted for a welfare check, and they described that move as the kindest way to intervene, not knowing originally how to deal with that situation.
The guy must be insane.
I would think so, right?
A little bit.
He's
Or drugs.
Or he's just he's reached a point of Jay Cutler where he doesn't care anymore. Maybe he's that age. But it was bad enough that the neighborhood they had to have like a health department out. They were concerned about everyone's health.
I spent a good couple of summers pissing in the fish house. We had a permanent fish house, and we stored it next to my garage. And when we drink, detached garage, when we drink beer in my garage, none of us would go into the house to take a squeege. We would go into the fish house and whiz into the holes. And there was a lot of laughs until I walked in there one day and said, "This is a health hazard."
Got a little ripe?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Here's your pee-pees and poo-poos fact of the day. Scientists are working on potty training cows.
Oh.
Like little cow bathrooms out in the pasture someday, I
That's
guess.
adorable.
I didn't know that was a problem.
Everyone's experienced that brief mental blackout where reflexes take the wheel. But usually it stops short of involving a fryer, an earbud, and a hospital bracelet. First responders were dispatched to an Ohio McDonald's after a call reporting a woman with severe burns to her hand. Upon arrival, they learned the injury had a singular source, an errant earbud, which slipped into the hot greased fryer, followed by an ill-fated reach to retrieve it. Oh, I could see just that instant reaction.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself doing something like that.
I tried to catch a circle saw once as it slipped.
Oh.
And realized, thank God I wasn't able to catch it, because what if I did? I would have been in serious trouble.
I made that move once, too, with a big industrial mixing machine. About the size of a minivan, this big, deep mixing machine that when I was a kid at a warehouse job, we would make ceiling texture and wall texture in these massive vats. And with dry materials, was part of the process, cracking open 25-pound bags of this dry material into the vat. Big spinning, steel wheel did the mixing, and at one point or another, I dropped one of the bags into the mixer. Well, so what? Turn the power on and off a couple of times, that bag will come up from the bottom and you can grab it when the machine is off. I attempted to grab it while the machine was on, and the machine grabbed the sleeve of my sweatshirt, and luckily that sweatshirt gave way. Had it not, I would have, at 17 years old, I would have been torn to pieces by this massive minivan-sized industrial mixer. And I remember asking myself, what the F were you thinking? Why did just a momentary, ridiculous thing like that could have killed me dead on the spot? What did this lady do again?
She reached into a deep fryer for an earbud that fell out. I mean, yes, I could see just your instant reaction was to try and grab it.
Right.
And unfortunately, for her, she got a swift lesson in fryer physics.
Did the hand come off?
They didn't say that, but she did deep fry it. She was transported to a hospital.
Ouch.
And she was treated for severe burns.
The pain.
That's so bad.
I know. And I'm sure it was just as her fingers were about to dip in there, she realized, no, what am I doing?
Yep.
An 82-year-old woman who
What did you do? Try to grab a saw blade as it fell off the saw?
Yeah, it skid off. When I was landscaping, one of my coworker was using a saw to just kind of skipped away, and I tried to grab it.
Oh, no.
Like a ball player fielding a ground ball.
No, more like I was trying to scoop it up underneath it.
Oh, catch it before it hit the ground.
It was just like an instant reaction, but I just missed it. But we're all like, all my coworkers like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even think. I just tried to grab it.
That would have been so long, Cubbies, as you say. Can I go ahead with this, Josh?
Sure.
Can I use one of your terms?
Of course.
That would have been bye-bye Tingers.
Yeah, my Tingers would have been gone.
God,
my love
no.
life would have been over. Yeah, it was.
Well, was that your stroke hand?
Yeah. Well, I would have took both my arms the way I was trying to grab it.
Both of your arms?
Yeah, I was trying to, like, cradle it. That was very, very dumb.
Oh.
David Lee Roth has announced
no.
a spring North American tour.
It's been so bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen him live, but I've watched videos. It really has. And the look he has on his face now is awfully disconcerting.
Well, he's out of his mind.
Yeah. It's a weird smile he has
Yes.
now.
Oh, he's had that for years and years.
As if someone's kind of telling him jokes in his head.
Yes. He's out of his mind. So he's coming to town?
Yes, he is.
Oh, really?
Sort of, yes.
Oh.
Billed as a Night with David Lee Roth, the 30-city trek kicks off April 16th in Washington, runs through June 20th in Milwaukee, and it'll bicycle kick a stop in Moorhead, June 16th at the Blue Stream Amphitheater.
Moorhead?
Yeah, so that's as close as he's coming so far, at least. Based on his outing last year, fans can expect a near 20-song set of Van Halen classics, and the rest, of course, Diamond Dave's solo stuff.
People in Moorhead have it bad as it is. You know, they got to go witness that.
I'd still like to see him live,
Would
even
you?
though it's nothing like, the genius he used to be.
Mm-hmm. Greatest front man in rock and roll history.
Totally agree.
Hands down.
Yep.
Nobody could touch Diamond Dave, ever.
I don't think there's an argument that can be made otherwise.
Ever.
There's plenty of great frontmen, but he's the best.
It's just, I've seen videos, and I just don't know what he's doing. Now, I'll say this. He had a bad run in the early 2000s also, where it just was horrible. But I saw him 5 years ago, and he put on a really great show. He didn't try to... His problem is he tries too hard to sing these songs. He's 70-something years old. You got to know your limits, right? When I saw him 5 years ago, he didn't try to push it. He sounded really good. But everything I see lately is that it's gone violently the other way.
Yeah, that's what I've seen too. But, I would like to see him while I have a chance, even if it's, the Dave of today versus the legend he was.
So you never saw him live?
Never once, no.
Oh, dude.
In any capacity.
Back in the day? Dude, I mean, you would have removed your pants and underwear.
Oh, I'm sure.
Steve Vai.
Right.
Billy Sheehan and Dave together.
Jason Becker, seeing him with Jason Becker would have been awesome.
With Vi and Sheehan, it was the greatest thing I ever saw.
Yeah, I could see why.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I'm getting there. Stupid news report. That's what folks are looking for?
That's what time it is.
Well, you came to the right stinking place. You did. We're going to go ahead and get things started in Tucson, Arizona. Tucson, of all places. The deal is, you ever been down there, Josh? Arizona?
Barely.
What do you mean? You've either been there or you haven't been
Well,
there.
I kind of have. I flew over it a little bit when we were...
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said barely. Like, basically over the border and a helicopter ride.
Oh, a helicopter ride.
Yeah.
Well, that counts.
Oh, you'll count that
Wait,
one?
I thought you were talking about one of those airplanes.
No, maybe we did fly over it in an airplane, but for sure in a helicopter.
Is this when you were in Las Vegas and you got in a helicopter, you went this way, you went that way?
Yeah, you left out the part about how the helicopter pilot played the Top Gun theme song when we took off. But yes.
Was that by request?
No, he just did it. And
That's
I
awesome.
thought, I'm going to leave my wife for this
You're
guy.
talking about Danger Zone?
No,
or
theme.
that guitar solo?
The theme, yeah.
Wah-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Is that Steve Stevens that does that?
I have no idea. I know the song you're talking about. You flew over Arizona.
Yeah, so kind of. That's how I come up with kind of.
Hot. I was there once. Oh, she was hot.
Yeah,
She was rip-roaring red-ass hot.
We went for our honeymoon And my wife just wanted to go somewhere warm, and the travel agent lady's like, well, hey, Las Vegas, let's go. And it was colder there than it was here.
Oh, it was? It was chilly?
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Yeah, it was kind of like a warm, I think we went in a January, and there was like a little warm spell here, and it was, I think, 10 degrees colder in Vegas.
That's just your luck, Josh.
Well, no, I didn't care. I mean,
Yeah,
it was her
I suppose,
luck, really.
yeah.
That's all she wanted, is to go someplace warmer.
A beloved cartoon character played a role in a terrible road rage incident down that way, down in Arizona. And this poor, adorable little cartoon character had no real choice in the matter. The character could actually be described as a hostage in this particular case, and I'll explain all of what I'm referring to. I promise you that. So a carload of 5 people are cruising down the road there in Arizona. They had a little pissing match with another car, fighting for a spot in the fast lane or some nonsense, your typical type of thing that happens when driving. They had a little. The 5 people I was telling you about, next thing they know, bullets come screaming into their vehicle. One bullet went smooth through a teenage gal's leg, and that bullet kept going, and it tore a piece off another poor bastard riding in the car. They didn't know what the F happened, but they were paying attention. They were a little confused but they were paying attention to their surroundings. Those unlucky folks got a good look at the car that shot them full of holes. Not only did the car have obnoxious personalized plates hanging off of it, but it also had a Hello Kitty sticker on the back window.
I would assume somebody with a Hello Kitty sticker would be very even keel.
Yeah, peaceful. Joyous even.
Full of nothing but whimsy and good things to say about other people.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Faded and X-Rated Jesus says she's going to hit 106 degrees tomorrow in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to check in on Phoenix Jesus. She checks in from time to time. I don't want her to melt.
Big laugh, Jesus says she's going to be 105 today.
Oofta.
When I was in Arizona, it was a town called Scottsdale. And let me tell you this right now. If you like college-age girls in really short jean skirts.
Gross.
Then Scottsdale, Arizona in the year 2008, that was your spot. So, these kids who got shot up by another motorist, they saw a personalized license plate hanging off the car that shot them and a Hello Kitty sticker on the back window. They called the police, told them about the plate, told them about the kitty sticker, and it wasn't too difficult for the cops to come up with an address. Once the fuzz swung by that address, they arrested a 29-year-old Hello Kitty supporter called David. And now that effing knobwash is looking at 5 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. There was also some gal there at the house with David by the name of Heather. And I think she was in the motor vehicle with him when he shot those folks. The 2 of them were smart enough to remove the silly personalized license plates and the Hello Kitty sticker after they attempted to murder people on the highway, but that wasn't enough to save them. They effed up, and they got caught. I wish I could tell you what the dopey personalized license plate was, because those can usually turn out to be a pretty good amount of fun, but I don't have that information for you. So like I was saying earlier, I'm sure Hello Kitty wanted absolutely nothing to do with these 2 losers, but she was kind of along for the ride.
Yeah, like I said, I would assume that person's a cheerful person if I saw a Hello Kitty in the back of their vehicle. But I thought more about it, and I have been surprised at the people I know who, participate in road rage. It's folks that are just so, kind of like They can handle things in regular life, but when they get behind the wheel, all of a sudden it's a death match.
It's funny how that happens because I definitely have people like that in my life too.
Where there's a couple I was with where I was absolutely shocked. I'd never even seen them, do anything but smile.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're nuts behind the wheel.
And then you're gripping that oblique handle, just praying that you're going to make it out okay.
Yeah, and sometimes like the folks that are driving super aggressively, and I see it on the way home from work a lot, are folks that you look at them and go, well, that does not look like what I'd imagine a road rager to appear to be.
You know, the list of derelict activities that we have going these days is a long one, as you know. But the limp dicks that wet their little pants behind the wheel and fire weapons into other motor vehicles, that's so pathetic, it hurts.
Over the dumbest things. I mean, you just can't do it, right? If you're tempted to give somebody the finger, just know you might get shot over that nowadays. I always thought, I drove like a moron when I first got my license. I loved it. For some reason,
You were having a good time.
Yeah, I just loved it. I love driving. I just thought I'm going to take every risk out there and being stupid, not thinking that maybe I could hurt somebody else. I figured, yeah, of course I could get hurt, but whatever. It's my choice here to do that, not thinking I'd put somebody else in danger. But I did think about the bumper sticker thing. Like, I should take off the bumper stickers I have just so nobody can identify my vehicle.
Oh, well, what bumper stickers did you have in 1995 when you were... No, that's when you graduated. When did you get your driver's license?
1991.
1991. So you were... Let me guess. You had your Nelson cassette tape or possibly a CD. Did you have a CD player?
No, I had a tape player.
You had your Nelson cassette tape. Tell me if I go astray. You had some Danger in there.
Plenty of that kind of stuff. But that wasn't the bumper stickers I had.
Yeah, what did you have for bumper stickers?
I don't want to say.
What do you mean you don't? You brought it up.
Yeah, but I did bring it up. But I didn't think anybody would have asked what bumper I should have thought ahead.
You know, you've been coming clean lately on...
And I've regretted it. Maybe I had a couple of punk band stickers on there.
God,
I told you. This is why I didn't
but I
want
to know. I still want to know. And this is good. This is healthy. Not that you've ever been a secretive person. You've been more than wide open on this program over the years. More than wide open when it comes to sharing personal details. But we found out, was it last week? We found out you have kept some secrets. Last week you told us about one of the dumbest thing I've ever... You told us that you picked up a kid who was a complete stranger to you. You signed up. You volunteered for this. You picked up a kid who was a complete stranger, and you drove him all the way to Michigan so he could go to military school.
I don't like to use the word war hero for myself, but I had a lot of pride doing stuff like that.
So this is good. It's good for you to...
Cathartic, perhaps.
Cathartic to share these secrets. So you had dopey pop punk band.
No Effects at the time.
The
Descendants.
Jesus.
I had a Megadeth sticker. I had Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I actually kind of had enough on the back of my vehicle where it frustrated my dad.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He didn't like that.
Looked a little cluttered back there?
Oh, yeah. It was stupid.
You know what the Maiden fans said?
What's that?
In your neighborhood. They saw your bumper sticker and they said, oh, dude, look, a Maiden fan. And then they saw the other bumper sticker that said No Effects, and they said, forget it. He's not a real Maiden fan. Let me get this straight. You're not comfortable with the term war hero, but you did take a kid from Minnesota to Michigan to drop him off at a military camp.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, couple of them.
Wait a minute, a couple of them?
A couple of them.
You did it twice?
I did it 3 times.
Oh, my Lord.
See, you didn't tell us that last week. You led us to believe that this only happened once.
Oh, I don't know if I led you to believe that. I just didn't say it was 3 times.
It's a lot of driving, man.
Yeah.
Whose paper is this?
I don't know. Where's that coming from? Who's hitting the paper button?
There's a lot of paper. All right. Well, I'll tell you something, Josh. I mean, not that it's a secret, but I'm not ashamed to say this out loud. I miss my Keedy. My
Big
wife.
Lou?
I miss him too. I wasn't thinking about Big Lou. Now I miss 2 Keedys. Big Lou, he moved to Chicago and then he died. What I was referring to is my wife and I, our Keedy, Gabriel. He checked out a couple of months ago. He and I were bros. I missed that little bastard. Gabriel was a stone pimp. A 6-year-old cat who unfortunately has to tolerate living in the far southeastern part of the United States. A 6-year-old cat had to be rushed on over to the Keedy Hospital because of a terrible case of gut rot. It turned out the kitty had a world record 26 hair ties in his little guts. The doctor pulled 26 hair ties out its ass.
Those end up. Does your wife wear hair ties? Either of your wives?
Clips, like those butterfly clips.
Okay.
I don't know.
My wife wears hair ties, and they end up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what she uses to keep her hairdo straightened out. The little rubber band type of operations, if folks don't know what we're talking about, hair ties, hair pie. The kitty goes by the name of Midnight. He swallowed 26 hair ties. Obviously, a Midnight is one of those pets that will eat your house smooth off its foundation if you let it. I've been lucky. I've never owned a pet that was the destroy the house when nobody's looking type of character. All of my pets over the years have more or less behaved themselves, at least in that particular department.
Only had one, and it was 2 surgeries worth, and it was incredibly expensive. It was a cat, just 8 door stoppers.
Oh, right, door stoppers. And you had to cut them open a couple of times?
Couple times, yeah.
Because you took them all off and you missed one, didn't you?
Yeah, apparently so.
Did your cell phone ever ring in the middle of the night as you were driving a strange kid to Michigan for military camp? Did you ever get a cell phone call that said, "Oh no, the cat swallowed some more door stops"?
4 times.
4 times.
I had, we had this cat. I moved in with a girlfriend. She had 2 cats. I was allergic to cats, and all of a sudden I wasn't. I mean, I took some medication at first, and then I got used to them. And they were great cats. I really did have fun living with those cats. They were great. But one of them, I didn't even know an animal would do this, but ate the little rubber door stoppers.
The kitty.
The little rubber at the end of it. And he ate enough where it just blocked him up.
Oh, man.
He was throwing up. We took him to the vet. They did an X-ray, and they're like, "Oh, no, we got to get these things out of here."
Friggin' poor little kitty.
So they performed surgery, and the vet's like, "Hey, go around your house, make sure there's none more." And I went around, took off the ones that were remaining. At least so I thought. And then like 2 weeks later, we're back in there, and the vet looked like she wanted to kill me.
Oh, I bet.
They cut him open twice.
Yeah.
Did you mention the name of this cat?
Fletch.
That sucks.
Oh, really? I love the movie Fletch.
The doctor who snaked all 26 of those hair ties out of Midnight's cat butthole, the doctor said this is an important reminder that small objects around the house can be incredibly dangerous for pets. Hair ties, rubber bands, strings, and other tiny items can quickly become life-threatening.
So I worry about that with regular-sized tennis balls. With my dogs, they could gut that pretty easy if they wanted to. So
really?
You think your dog could swallow a tennis ball?
Easily.
Swallow a tennis ball?
Yeah. So we have a tennis ball that's like...
What about a bowling ball?
Oh, no, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely a bowling ball. We have tennis balls like, I don't know, what would you say this is? What
they're
would you
shaped
compare
like,
this to?
like a softball.
Like a cantaloupe.
A kitten ball.
Yeah. Huge.
And that may be misleading. A lot of folks don't know what a kitten ball is. It doesn't have anything to do with cats. It's like an oversized softball. Some of you from southern Minnesota know all about kitten ball.
Or like Friday night for Dana, an 8-ball.
There you go.
He likes to get going with an 8-ball.
I didn't know there was any canine capable of swallowing a tennis ball. You think it would just... There's no way it could get down their throat route.
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't make it all the way down. That's my fear. I mean, it's like if they have...
I see. That you fear that they'd choke.
Yeah, so...
Not end up with a tennis ball.
in their gut.
Oh, okay.
They choke to death. But I have... Yeah, one of the dogs, he had 2 in his mouth, and I had no idea. Like, his mouth is so big.
Does he have a sister? Hit it. Hit the music. That was the kind of joke where we need music. Midnight the kitty is showing signs that she's getting back to normal after her belly surgery where they yanked 26 hair ties out of her guts, out of her ass. She's showing signs that she's getting back to normal, it says here, because she appears generally annoyed by anyone that crosses her path or attempts to interact with her. That's how you know when a cat is feeling normal again, when it's generally annoyed by everyone else in the room. By the way, I want to say word life to one of our listeners. I know I got the name around here somewhere. while we're talking about cats. God dang it. Text me back. The dude who owns Goose. Goose is a kitty. So you know the old story about the dude I went to junior high with, Josh, who would hide in a tree, and when we'd walk down the sidewalk with our backpacks approaching our junior high, he would say, or he would have a full ninja outfit on, and he'd have a throwing star in his hand, and he'd be in a tree. This is not an exaggeration. And when we'd walk by the tree that he was in, he would say, "Psst, I could have killed you." Which he was correct about, because he's a ninja, he's up in a tree. Yes, he could have killed us with the throwing star. We never saw him there. He was so good at hiding himself. One of our listeners sends me regular pictures of his cat, Goose. And Goose, he'll send me pictures of Goose hiding above, up on top of the cupboards, and Goose is under a bed. You know how cats are stealth like that, and they hide in weird
predators.
So this listener will always send me pictures of his cat, Goose, in these different poses, and the message the listener always sends me is, "Psst, could have killed you." I just want to say, word life, I love those little pictures you send me. Goose looks like a good kitty.
So what was the conversation like on those trips to Michigan, Josh?
Boy, that was a long time ago, Dana. I don't fully remember.
Do you not remember, or you don't want to tell us about it?
A lot of talk about Seinfeld.
How awkward did it get?
It's a little awkward at first.
I bet.
But I was drinking so much that I really took the edge off.
Smart.
While we're rapping about adorable house pets, and I guess I can see why some people might think of this as inhumane is the word. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. There's a video. It's going round and round. You know how videos do. It's a video of an arcade in China, and I'll be damned, the arcade has piles of live hamsters living inside their claw machine game.
Does sound kind of fun. Ashley could do it. Ashley, unfortunately, sick again today. She dominates at the claw machine. She's got the touch.
Oh, for Christ's sake, she did it once.
I've seen her do it several times.
And as the traditional way to play the claw game goes, if you're able to grab a starving and terrified hamster with the claw and haul it smooth out the tank, it's yours. And a lot of folks have been terribly upset by this. And it's not actually a claw that snatches up the hamsters. It's a scoop. Similar, some of you will follow this, similar to what you might use to scoop ice out of an ice fishing hole after you aug the pig out. The way it looked to me watching a video of this nonsense, you win every time. You almost can't miss. The hamsters are so terrified and hungry and in a pile, they don't put up much of a fight. They want to die. So it's actually quite easy to win a hamster via this Chinese hamster claw machine.
I kind of wondered when, like Ashley won a lobster in a claw machine. I never even noticed the connection there between claw and lobster.
Oh, neither did I.
Oh, yeah.
Until right this second. Amazing. But I wondered that too. Like, I wonder if there's people that get real upset by this, right? You got this animal in there. I mean, I believe they cook it for you right there.
Yeah, I think they banned those.
Oh, they are banned?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I haven't seen one for a while, and I do remember some animal rights people were like, that's messed up.
This was a long time ago for sure.
What were we talking about? Oh, the hamsters in the claw machine in China. Yeah, so they load their claw machines with live hamsters instead of stuffed animals, like you normally see. The joint has been accused of abusing animals. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't. A local paper over there in China said that the arcade recently closed for a holiday. The joint was closed for a few days, and no one went in ever to feed or take care of the hamsters. It says here that China doesn't have much set up when it comes to animal welfare laws, and that's too bad. The final word on this is that the arcade got rid of the hamster abuse machine, and now they've got a new game where you can win a fistful of fish or turtles.
I like turtles.
Yeah, you do. Apparently, there are many other arcade games in faraway places, far away from here. There are many other arcade claw-type games that use live animals as prizes. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's news to me. What would you want to win out of one of those claw machines?
A kitty.
You would, a kitty.
Yeah.
There's no way that nobody could ever win that.
Oh.
I mean, you've seen people try and put kitties in, like, kitty carriers and stuff like that. Unless that cat wants out of there, it's staying in for sure.
The kitty carrier. Well, yeah, I've had a cat in the past that hated the kitty carrier. And then, earlier you brought up one of my favorite cats ever, Big Lou. He didn't give a pump where you put him. He was the most laid-back sumbitch that ever lived. Behind on podcasts, Jesus. He's the owner of Goose the Cat, who sends me those great pictures. Thanks, Behind on Podcast, Jesus. Do I have time? Yeah, we got time. Oh, my God. Did you folks see the video of the wild turkeys chasing a UPS driver all over town?
Yeah. I think I'd be embarrassed, but I understand. The turkeys in my neighborhood are kind of intimidating. It's like a bit of a gang.
Well, that's the way they are in every damn neighborhood, Cubby.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know if it was just I got the rough ones in town. Like, if they'll walk across the street and look at you like I'm doing something wrong.
That's how they're all wired, son.
And there'll be one in particular that'll just stand there and say, do something about it.
Those bastards are not shy, and they let you know right quick if they think you need to get the F out of their territory. They hate us. I mean, they're all the same, Josh. It's not just your neighborhood. This little gimmick where wild turkeys were chasing a UPS driver while the driver ran for his very life, this cut loose out there in Connecticut. And if those turkeys could have caught the driver, they would have kicked her ass.
Ever been attacked by a goose?
Yes.
Absolutely.
God, they're worse.
They're awful.
My uncle had big fat-ass geese running around his broken farm when I was a kid, and they tried to kill my brother and I at every turn.
We lived across from a park/lake where there were so many geese. It was all poop. Eventually, they got rid of them because they put these like metal silhouettes of coyotes.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and they decided, we're going to move on.
And my uncle had those big fat-ass ones that, when they cut loose with a call, it's like, you know what I mean? Like they're so big, they've even got bass in their voice. I'm not talking about a Canadian goose. I'm talking about one with a big fat ass like your mother's ass. Big bastards. And when they would cut loose with a honk, you could hear it across town. They were angry. And I at first thought, well, my uncle has the angriest geese in the world. And then I found out that's how they're, like turkeys, that's how they're all wired. They'd rather beat your ass to death than look at you.
Yeah, I never knew. I thought turkey would be kind of a nice, like you could kind of just hang out with the turkey and be a cool dude, right? But the geese, I knew they were jerkwads.
They just look evil.
The video going round and round of the turkey chasing the UPS driver who's just trying to make a delivery or two. Is that up on our website? Does anyone know the answer to that question?
No, with Ashley gone, it's not. Oh, okay. You know what? I take that back. She might have posted that a little bit ago. I'll take a look.
The UPS driver is just trying to do his or her job. Here comes Tom Turkey. Tom and his brother, let's go ahead and call him Terry. Tom and Terry, the turkeys, they're right on the UPS driver's heels. The driver yells at the Turkey brothers to back up, but they don't take orders from us. They don't. Or anybody. Funny comment, the driver at the ass end of the video, you hear the driver say, Jesus Christ, I'm 40 years old. I can't be dealing with this.
I understand.
They'll tear a nipple off for you and spit it right back into your face.
I don't see the video on our website yet, but I'm watching the video again. I see a couple other turkeys. I see Stretch and Tony Lee as well, aside from Terry and Tom.
Oh, that wasn't even intentional.
Oh, I thought you were doing that on purpose.
No, Tom and Terry, I meant them to be brothers. I didn't. Oh, now we're doing like a walk down KQ.
Yeah, KQ. I see Phil.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want to play that game at all.
I thought you started that game.
No, I was just randomly naming.
I was actually surprised. I was surprised you played the game that turns out you weren't even playing.
I like Terry.
She's the best. One of the best people I've ever met.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klinenberg.
And now we're giving people an inside look at the World Cup.
Time's ticking. I think you can feel the intensity. All the guys are wanting to really stake their claim, and they want to be on that World Cup roster. There's no doubt about it.
Hosting the World Cup on home soil comes with its pressures, but we're just really excited, just as the people are.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Isn't that a religious show? With all the Jesus and Sheezus talk?
Oh, hell no.
Just kidding. They suck.
93X. This is not normal behavior for a 16-year-old. We want to find out who it is and stop him as quickly as we can.
A 16-year-old was arrested by police in Florida earlier this month. He's accused of exposing himself to multiple women. And since making the arrest, more possible victims have come forward. The first incident happened January 30th. A woman described in a sheriff's office report as, quote, elderly, was walking her dog when a male in a pickup truck stopped and asked her where the park was. As she gave him direction, the teen touched his erection. She cursed at him, walked away, and reported the encounter to the sheriff's office. Less than 2 weeks later, the same sheriff's office received 2 more reports from women who said a male asked them for directions and then exposed himself and touched his penis, saying things like, "You want some of this?"
No. Something very, very serious needs to be done about this before it goes any further.
Totally agree, because they did not want any of this, Ashley. One of the women had kids in her car. Thankfully, they didn't see the teen tugging it. Both women were able to provide deputies with the truck's license plate number. They located that vehicle, pulled the teen over. One of the victims was able to positively identify him. The teen told deputies he got the idea from watching porn, and he thought it was funny.
He thought it was funny. I'm not sure that our detectives believe that, but he just thought it was a funny thing to do.
Since the arrest, more possible victims have come forward.
It takes some kids a little longer to grow up, Cubby.
Yeah, it's bit concerning,
Yep.
as you said, Ash. The NYPD demoted a lieutenant as the department's Internal Affairs Bureau investigates accusations he slept with a snitch. The disgraced officer began a torrid affair with a confidential informant while serving as a sergeant. Although it's not mentioned in the NYPD's administrative guide, sex with a CI isn't tolerated in law enforcement because it could compromise investigations. One of those they thought people just knew.
It's like Dexter.
Yes, exactly. It was clear as day that it was happening, and that's why they demoted him and knocked him back down to sergeant. She's a CI, and that means she's doing stuff that's not on the up and up.
Oh, she's doing stuff all right.
And he's having an affair with her? I don't get it, a police source said.
You don't get it?
No. The investigation also revealed that he was married at the time, so the CI was a snitch on the side. In the meantime, he was transferred to the Manhattan court section, where he watched over prisoners who have come in for criminal hearings.
How many prisoners did he bang?
They didn't say yet, but they say at the same time of the snitch sex, there was also allegations he was engaging in separate relationships with an NYPD employee as well.
Busy guy.
Yeah, he liked to have some sex, and people apparently, they were all for it.
They were willing to give it to him.
A sexually transmitted ringworm is spreading in one U.S. state.
Oh, yeah.
And congratulations, whores. It's Minnesota.
Hell yeah.
F me. Isn't that something? Yeah, I swear to God, I read something about this. A sexually transmitted ringworm.
Minnesota is seeing the largest outbreak of sexually transmitted ringworm in the U.S.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
I saw pictures. You know what I said? I said gross.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of gross. With more than 30 confirmed or suspected cases reported since last July, all within the Twin Cities metropolitan area, and it's the biggest outbreak in the country.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
That's right. The ringworm has circulated in Europe and among people who traveled to Southeast Asia for sex tourism for several years.
Sex tourism?
but it isn't currently considered widespread in the United States. Sometimes mistaken for psoriasis or eczema, the infection spreads through skin-to-skin contact.
Is there a cough involved?
No cough. Apparently, it's just exposure to fungal spores from horny people. It can spread through genital contact, and present as face ringworm. You know what you got to do to get that.
Thanks a lot, North Metro.
Face ringworm, torso ringworm, chili ringworm, as well as arms and legs ringworm, each causing painful, itchy, red, coin-like rashes. Some patients might develop painful and persistent rashes that can lead to scarring or worsening infections that need to be treated with antibiotics, health officials warned. To prevent exposure, people should avoid sexual contact if they or their partner has a new gross rash, and avoid sharing personal items such as clothing, towels, bedding, or razors.
Or personal stories.
Yeah, don't even say anything about yourself.
So it's made its way to the United States, and so far we're leading the league.
Yeah, we win.
What part of town would you like to put the blame on? I'm putting this on the North Metro.
North
Coon
Metro
Rapids,
seems like an easy target.
Andover, Anoka. Who am I missing
if we're going
up there?
South Metro, we could pinpoint Burnsville.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Burnsville's got enough problems.
Apparently, she isn't the only one who thinks a tractor's sexy. An Idaho man with a serious attachment to his John Deere equipment is accused of pointing a shotgun at repo agents and threatening to kill them rather than let the machines roll away.
Okay, I thought you were going to say he was banging his tractor.
No, not that I'm aware of, but he was very attached to him. 45-year-old Cade Carter is accused of telling a repo man, "I'll blow your effing head off," while pointing a 12-gauge shotgun at him and another agent after they tried to repossess his beloved John Deere tractors.
Oh, being a repo man for farming equipment, that's
Yes.
got to be absolutely terrifying.
Proves that Kenny Chesney isn't the only one writing passionate odes to farm equipment.
Kenny
F you!
Chesney.
You're not taking my tractors, blasted Carter. I'll effing kill you, he told the repo man. Apparently, he was standing in the way of his prized John Deere, so they couldn't leave with it. The Fremont County Sheriff's Office said one of the agents was sitting inside Carter's tractor and attempting to take off with it when the angry Idahoan jumped in front of the machinery and began threatening the agent from the ground below. Police were called to assist. This happened about 8 p.m. After deputies arrived, the repo man said he and another agent had been at Carter's property conducting a repossession of the John Deeres when Carter noticed what they were doing and came out of a shop on his land with the shotgun. He aimed it at both of them before setting his sights on the agent inside one of the tractors. While the repo man inside the tractor was being threatened, the other agent began wrestling and fighting with Carter on the ground over the shotgun. The agent grabbed the barrel and forcibly disarmed Carter, knocking him to the ground. The repo men then left Carter's property without the tractors and contacted police.
Sounds like a total mess.
Yeah, being a repo man seems like it'd be a pretty dangerous gig.
A friend of mine held that gig down for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. He couldn't take it. It was so stressful.
I would think so.
Everybody, F you, I'll kill you. That was a daily thing.
And I would think even the good people, aren't going to say, "Hey, you know what? My bad. I haven't been making the payments." I totally understand. It's got to be frustrating having your ride stolen.
Total nightmare.
I shouldn't say stolen, but taken back.
My uncle was a repo man, and it made sense when you looked at him. I bet he didn't have much problems getting the vehicle back. I bet a lot of people were like, yeah, absolutely. What else do you want?
That would make a difference. My wallet? Yeah, here you go. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Authorities in Georgia are searching for a woman who stole a full-size school bus from an elementary school, then abandoned it in another county nearly 40 miles away.
A little joyride?
Yep, that's exactly what they called it. The bus was taken from Arbor Springs Elementary School in the middle of the night, February 9th. Investigators later found the vehicle damage-free in Temple, a city about 40 miles outside Atlanta.
I'd have to be pretty bored if my joyride is going to be in a friggin' school bus.
Yeah, maybe she just needed to get there and decided this would be a fun way to go.
There you go.
Internal cameras captured clear images of the woman during the incident, and the footage shows a bag or purse on the front seat of the bus. The suspect didn't have to force entry into the vehicle. They say she somehow got a key. Authorities describe the theft as a joyride, though a motive has yet officially been identified.
And we're asking the public, if they recognize whoever's in the photo, please reach out to Investigator Taylor.
The incident remains under investigation. No word on her escape plan, but if it involved hitchhiking, her timing was perfect because today is National Thumb Appreciation Day. So
I
we
like my
appreciate you,
thumbs.
Dr. Phil. Yeah, everybody likes their thumbs. I think.
Everybody?
Thumb Appreciation Day.
Doesn't everybody like having thumbs?
I knew a guy that had some weird thumbs. I don't know if he liked his thumbs very much.
I bet he liked having them.
They were the strangest thumbs I've ever seen. I wonder how he's doing. How you doing, Tim?
Were they kind of flat and took a hard right on one hand and a hard left on the other?
No, they were like half the size of regular. He was like missing a joint, and so because of that, like they were all shaped weird. And then he had odd nails because of it.
Okay. I know a gal who's got very, very flat thumbs, and they take hard turns.
We had
you had to be there. You got to see it in person.
I know. I'm like trying to do it with my thumbs, so
It's terrifying.
Imagine it.
And her girlfriends remind her of it constantly.
Oh.
So it's kind of fun to be around.
Look at you, ugly thumbs.
Oh, every 10 minutes. What's wrong with your hands? Just to piss her. I know. I have ugly. It's just.
That's awesome.
It's a fun ongoing bit.
We drove our science teacher crazy one day because he would say, he was telling about like how genetically your thumbs would be, you go backwards when you put your thumb up or kind of go straight up. So he was having this lesson, so he just went around the room, everybody put your thumb up, and then he would count, to see how many did what. And he did a couple, and a couple of us changed it each time. So the counts were off, and he was going absolutely nuts. One of my buddies got kicked out because he was...
Not on Thumb Day.
That was fun. I thought we had fun with that, but he didn't have a sense of humor about the thumb. Authorities in Georgia are searching for a woman. Oh, I just did that one. A Florida man was arrested after deputies said he broke into a SUV at a Publix parking lot and started smashing it with a hammer. The sheriff's office said a deputy caught 37-year-old Justin Allen in the SUV in the store's parking lot Friday morning. When confronted, Allen claimed he was taking revenge on his ex's car. However, that wasn't his ex's car. The SUV belonged to a Publix employee. Rats.
So I'll give you a backstory on what happened. He didn't pick you out specifically. You're driving the same car as his ex-girlfriend. So he thought it was his ex-girlfriend who tried to rob him last night or whatever he was saying. He thought you were his ex-girlfriend's car. I don't know how he mistakes that. And then as I pulled up and took him out, at gunpoint, his ex-girlfriend drove by in a similar car.
Oh, wow, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
He's thinking, I got her.
Do you see now, Donnie?
She wins again.
Do you see what happens when you F a stranger in the ass?
It wasn't just the SUV that got hammered. Allen was too, and he was on drugs, which may explain his behavior and the mistaken motor vehicle mischief.
What was he saying, that his girlfriend was driving by?
He's pointed at every single white SUV that's passed by.
Oh, he's on drugs. Yeah. He's on drugs.
Oh, yeah, there's horns in that clip. Sorry if you're driving. I should have mentioned that ahead of time.
The guy was on drugs?
He was on drugs. He was charged with burglary, possession of burglary tools, criminal mischief over $1,000, and possession of cocaine.
His girlfriend must have laughed her ass off.
Oh, I would imagine so.
When she drove by and saw him beating the piss out of a similar car to hers, she must have chuckled her ass off.
I'm sure.
Loser.
And the employee's like, what the hell?
Come on.
Why'd he go after me?
Yeah, that
Why?
sucks.
Now I'm going to kill your car. What movie? Big Lebowski.
A man's been charged after misfires during target practice injured a neighbor's horse Saturday. The 28-year-old told police he recently bought a new gun and was doing some target practice in the backyard of his home. During that practice, he needs more. 3 rounds wandered off on their own suburban sightseeing tour and entered a neighbor's property and the neighbor's horse.
As our detectives were investigating this, they realized that our suspect fired his gun 180 feet into the tree that he was trying to hit, and then a few of those rounds that he fired, at least 2 of them that we know of, went from where he shot 1,000 feet, so almost a quarter of a mile, to where our victim's house was struck and our victim's horse was struck.
1 bullet slipped onto the back porch, another strolled through a wall and settled in the kitchen. The final round struck a horse just minding its own business. No people were injured by the stray bullets, and the horse is expected to be okay.
I think we ought to sign this jabroni up for one of those gun safety courses.
Yeah, he could use it.
Yeah.
The guy,
How's that horse doing?
This poor horse is just minding its own business, eating some hay.
Yeah, it's going to be fine, luckily. The guy, who definitely shouldn't own a gun, was arrested and charged with shooting into an occupied dwelling, which is a second-degree felony.
I bet he also looks brilliant. I'm just taking a guess. I'm betting you can read the dumb on this guy from across the road.
Yeah, sometimes you can judge a book by its cover.
Right.
San Francisco police arrested a 36-year-old man for tossing a lit Molotov cocktail into a busy street, giving rush hour a little more sparkle. Officers reported seeing the man inside a vehicle throw the incendiary device, a wine bottle with an ignited wick, shortly before 6 p.m.
Who's he going after?
Nobody.
Oh.
As the suspect fled, police extinguished the flames, seized the firebomb, searched the surrounding area with drones, didn't find any other ones, and he said he just kind of felt like it.
I've always wanted to toss one of those. It looks cool.
It's very satisfying in Grand Theft Auto, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
He just wanted to try throwing a Molotov cocktail into a random building?
Practicing for something in the future? I don't
And in the movies, a Molotov cocktail usually has a very specific purpose.
Yeah, this guy just wanted to do it.
Just love of the game?
So far. There could be other motives, but that's all they said so far. They said they are investigating his motives.
All right.
A longtime police chief will spend the rest of his life in prison after admitting he set a series of fires at properties belonging to people he viewed as rivals and enemies, including his own stepson. 74-year-old David Crawford pleaded guilty on Friday in Montgomery County, Maryland, earning a fresh 55-year sentence, neatly stacked atop an already formidable collection of 8 life sentences, plus 75 years from a neighboring county for the same thing.
Whoa.
All told, Crawford set 13 fires across several Maryland counties over nearly a decade. The first flames arrived in Prince George's County in 2011, where surveillance cameras captured him torching an unoccupied vehicle before accidentally setting himself on fire and fleeing the scene, which can only be described as hilarious.
Eventually those pyromaniacs do set themselves on fire.
He's accused of intentionally starting fires in 6 counties in all, targeting a former City of Laurel official, 3 former law enforcement officers, including a former City of Laurel police chief, 2 relatives, 2 of Crawford's chiropractors, and a resident in his neighborhood.
No exes, huh?
Nope, no exes. It's a shocking development for a man who spent his life protecting individuals, said the state's attorney. And Crawford targeted other people because he believed they had wronged him at some point in his life.
If he didn't get a promotion, you would become a target. If he had a dispute with you over some school board matter, you would become a target.
Yeah, he's one of those people, huh? Everyone's out to get him.
He couldn't take it. The fires occurred in 2016, 17, and 2020 at the home of his stepson, Justin Scherstrom. Scherstrom said he didn't know what exactly angered his stepdad and described any disagreements they had as just some typical family bickering, no big deal. It was devastating, he said. I mean, this is someone I knew intimately for over 30 years.
Intimately?
Yeah, I know. I was going to take that out.
What do you mean?
But I left it in.
Josh, this guy became a fire starter.
He was a fire starter. I am a fire starter.
You loved that song.
I do like that song.
That was back when you were walking around the building wearing those big jeans.
Yeah, that was only one day. But I did have big jeans and a big wallet chain.
Josh liked all that pop, punk, English-sounding stuff there for a while.
I like that one at least.
He liked fire starter.
Fire starter. No one was killed in any of the fires that he started. But many people.
That song I was referencing ruined a lot of lives, though.
You think so?
Yeah.
It damaged mine.
It sucked.
Many people were forced to flee their homes in the middle of the night. They lost all of their personal possessions, but luckily no one seriously hurt or certainly killed. A search of his residence, found several pieces of evidence, including a hit list of targets who were among the known victims.
What'd they call that act, those 2 guys who ran around talking about being fire starters?
Didn't it begin with a P?
Porno movies.
Nope, not porno for pyros.
Pacifiers.
Fire starter
Prom night.
Song.
Pimples.
The Prodigy.
The
Prodigy. As a follow-up to something we were talking about yesterday.
Puppies with puppy breath.
No, it was the Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Love it.
As a follow-up to something we were talking about yesterday morning. 96 years ago today, in 1930, the 9th planet of our solar system, Pluto, was discovered. Then in 2006, its status as a planet was ripped away. Cruelly.
Shame.
Sick of this.
I forgot how that came up yesterday, but towards the end of the show, we were talking about that with our buddy C.
We were talking about
that was really fun. It felt good to finally say that publicly.
Your frustration?
Yeah.
You're on the right side of history, Ashley.
Cubby, how a certain percentage of Americans want to move to the moon.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened.
So that's when we started talking about Pluto and Prodigy.
I want to be wined and dined.
69. 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
I would be highly surprised if there was under 300 or 400 victims when this is all said and done. Find a different hobby or pastime, maybe a less expensive one. I don't know.
Deputies finally nailed a Florida man for throwing lots of them into the street. 51-year-old Felix Uresti has been arrested after throwing hundreds of nails into the road at almost 30 different occasions.
Sorry, I forgot to turn my microphone on. What's bothering this guy, Josh?
You know, they haven't quite said what his issue is. He hates tires. He was taken into custody last Tuesday after deputies caught him mid-misdeed, pitching hardware onto the road about 15 miles east of Tampa, a stretch that had apparently become his preferred dumping ground. As an investigation into Uresti began in September, a call came in saying hundreds of nails were scattered across a number of roads.
Ooh, I bet he pissed some people off.
Police vowing at the time they wouldn't Uresti until they made an arresti. Let's take that out of the podcast.
No.
Over the next 5 months, 27 additional incidents cropped up in the same area, each one adding another prickly footnote to a growing police file. Police finally got their guy after they say the middle-aged weirdo exited his pickup and placed nails onto the road. A search of Uresti's vehicle had found nails, the nail in the coffin. Deputies discovered the same roofing nails used in previous locations, stored in a large bucket on the back seat. Probably a Ram driver.
Probably.
Police offered no motive for the bizarre crimes. Yeah, I'd like to know what his issue is.
He's just lost his friggin' mind like a lot of us are doing these days.
Taking it out on folks that have nothing to do with whatever his gripe is. Getting in a car accident can make for a bad day. However, things can get even worse if your vehicle is stolen from the crash site. And even more so if the thief is a man masquerading as the tow truck driver. Shortly after the collision, a man driving a white tow truck pulled up without being called. He told the SUV's driver to step aside so he could hook up the damaged vehicle.
Step aside, buttlord.
Look out! The owner refused, saying he was waiting for law enforcement. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, the tow truck driver answered by telling him, "You don't have a choice." So the faux tow bro connected the SUV and drove away.
What do you mean I don't have a friggin' choice?
No choice. Authorities later located him in a neighboring city. There he claimed the SUV's owner and a highway helper had told him to move the vehicle, a claim both later disputed. The patrol said the man admitted he had been listening to police scanners and responding to reported crashes. He also acknowledged that his driver's license was suspended and that he had towed the victim's SUV.
One of those guys who whacks off while listening to the police blotter.
Well, he was doing it to steal vehicles and collect money that wasn't due to him. So he was waiting to hear for an accident and said, "I'm going to show up with my tow truck and get myself a new ride."
Yeah, I bet he whacks off.
Probably.
Yeah.
Everybody does, except for me. Troopers noted the same tow truck had been stopped in December for similar issues, suggesting a pattern of similar criminal behavior. The man was charged with grand theft auto, solicitation by an unauthorized wrecker, operator, and obstruction. I mean, I've done it before, but I feel guilty about it. The truck itself, purchased last year from a legitimate towing company, was seized, bringing the short-lived towing empire to a stop.
Wow, that's sleazy and wrong.
It is.
Talking about your masturbation.
I know. That's why I refuse to do it. Authorities arrested a Miami woman who ordered a Lyft ride driver and then lifted the driver's ride. Just after 8:45 p.m. Monday the 12th, investigators with the South Miami Police Department said a Lyft driver arrived at a Family Dollar to pick up a woman later identified as Lindsay Josephsberg. The 37-year-old soon-to-be car thief asked the driver to help her load some bags into his Honda. As he walked to the back of the car, she moved to the front, climbed in the driver's seat, and took off. Tracking her didn't take long. The driver's cell phone was still inside the vehicle, so investigators used Find My iPhone to locate it. The phone pinged at her address, so rather than assume she would do her civic duty and turn herself in for stealing the Honda on her own accord, police brought justice to Josenberg, taking her into custody, bringing the Odyssey incident to a close. She admitted that she stole the vehicle, but that wasn't the end of her legal trouble. Officers searching her purse found a pink glass pipe with suspected cocaine residue and a Xanax pill. She also wasn't legally allowed to pilot a vehicle in the first place. and her license had been suspended for more than 2 years due to previous offenses.
Wow, F her.
Yeah, she's not a very good person. Speaking of Honda, a newly commissioned study from the automaker suggests that over a lifetime, the average driver logs enough pavement to circle the globe 63 times.
That's fun.
To reach that figure, folks at Honda surveyed 2,000 drivers and added it all up. By their account, motorists accumulate more than 1.5 million miles behind the wheel, which the study notes is the rough equivalent of 3 round trips to the moon. The survey also sketched out the average pattern of ownership. Most drivers move through 5 different vehicles over a lifetime, handing over their keys about every 5 years. 15% buy their first car at age 17, an early introduction to a long relationship with insurance premiums. Along the way, fuel tanks get filled an average of 1,360 times. And at least in my case, that stretch includes getting sick off a gas station hard-boiled eggs at least once, but going back for more. If all that mileage adds up to a lifetime spent behind the wheel, it might be good to know where the time is actually most pleasant. Another survey ranked every state from the best place to drive to the worst. The rankings were based on 31 different factors, including gas and insurance prices, traffic, weather, road quality, etc. The 10 best states for driving were Vermont, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, Indiana, Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Minnesota. The 10 worst were Hawaii, Washington, Montana, California, Maryland, Colorado, Missouri, New Hampshire, Nevada, and Pennsylvania. North Dakota and South Dakota finished just 1 point behind Minnesota. Illinois landed about 3 points behind, and Wisconsin finished 5 points worse than Minnesota.
You guys have taken a lot of road trips, right?
Sure.
Bottom line is there, Cubby, we do a lot of driving.
Seems that way, yeah.
Taking a lot of road trips, have you? Name the road trip that you've taken, maybe even more than once, that just feels really long.
Only feels?
Yeah. Because, like, for instance, I've taken much longer road trips, but for whatever reason, every time I've driven to Walker, it felt like a lifetime between Brainerd and Walker.
It's because, when we used to drive up that way.
Yeah.
And that for whatever reason, it does.
Between Brainerd and Walker, to me, it feels like a friggin' lifetime. And I can't explain why.
A close second for me would be Sioux Falls. But Walker.
Ooh, wow. Sioux Falls.
That one, that comes to mind for sure.
Why is that? Is there some kind of Bermuda Triangle up there or something?
I don't know how to describe it.
Are you usually excited to be going there?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe that has something to do with it.
No. Maybe when
Weird.
I went to see the Moon Dance Jam up there once or twice, maybe then I was excited about it.
Well, I've heard that's a good time.
So yeah, it's not necessarily the most mileage. It just feels a little longer than it should.
India's serial-killing bull elephant remains on the loose. They can't get this thing.
Dude, I don't know.
What is
I
this?
know it's awful that people are dying, but this elephant is hilarious.
It's amazing. The thing's giant, and they can't get it.
One more time with this.
That bull elephant, remember we talked about the serial killer?
Oh, he's stomping folks to dust.
In India, and he's still on the loose. He's responsible for the murder of nearly 24 people.
Oh, no.
Injuring several more.
Is he's still going?
Yeah.
He's still killing,
He
too?
hides out in the jungle or whatever.
Dude.
Wildlife officials say the attacks began at random New Year's Day. A couple and their 2 children, sadly, were trampled to death while they slept.
Oh.
Since then, the toll attributed to Trunk the Ripper has continued to climb, and every attempt to capture the serial-killing pachyderm has thus far failed. This is an unprecedented situation. It's the first time such a pattern of fatalities has been linked to a single male elephant in the region, the divisional forest officer said of the elephant attacks during an interview with the BBC on the telephone. The officer added that if circumstances allow, officials would prefer to trace the animal, capture it, and return it safely into the wild rather than resorting to lethal measures. Still, the available options appear to be narrowing, and officials so far haven't been up to the task. Asian bull elephants typically stand between 6 and 12 feet tall, weigh anywhere from 3 to 7 tons. Officials said this particular elephant is young, agile, and horny.
Oh, hell yeah.
So is that what he's doing? This is all his pent-up sexual aggression?
Yeah, they think it's not just, he's horny and then it adds to Right, just aggression in general.
Like your buddy in high school when he didn't get laid during the week, he's going to start a fight at the keg party on Friday night.
The wildlife official said it now has elevated testosterone, seeming to be all horned up.
Oh, no.
And so there's increased aggression, and they say that can last between 15 and 20 days. Well, here we are.
Dang.
This is the 21st day since he went on his rampage.
That's got to be horrifying up there.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
And again,
confusing.
You have to watch out for an elephant attack at all times.
I think I asked you this question the first time you brought it up. Are we talking about a neighborhood where they live in grass, mud huts and whatnot?
Pretty much from my understanding.
Oh, it's got to be horrifying.
Death by elephant would suck, but I think some of my friends and family would get a kick out of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Isn't he the guy that died by the elephant?
Yeah, I'd give them a good story on my way out.
Officials have also noted that the animal may have strayed from its herd. If captured, the plan would be to relocate it and allow it to rejoin other elephants deeper in the forest.
Well, I'm glad they're not like holding it against him. Like, we're just gonna reroute you.
Why can't we just get this elephant laid?
Are you volunteering your services?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you know a telephone number to dial on that?
It's now clear while tracking data briefly suggested a suspect was dragging his butt across the carpet. Authorities searching for a man who missed a court appearance in New York last week discovered he vanished after leaving his court-ordered GPS ankle monitor buckled to a dog. Lamont Holmes was scheduled to appear before an Albany court judge for a hearing ahead of his January 27th sentencing on weapons charges. When he failed to show, the probation department alerted the judge that Holmes cut off his ankle monitor and fastened it to the dog. The trail picked up the following Tuesday morning when a local TV station reported a woman spotted a dog running loose. A vet later noticed the ankle monitor attached to the paroled-in retriever's collar and contacted police.
The paroled-in retriever?
Yeah, Ashley made me do that.
Yeah, sorry.
Investigators have not said whether Holmes owns the dog, and it remains unclear whether he'll face additional charges. Oh, I bet they'll charge him for that.
Somebody else's dog he found.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Dog,
come here.
Golden retrievers, just happy little idiots running around.
In entertainment news this morning, Universal is pressing the accelerator, scrapping an old favorite, and making room for something built one quarter track at a time.
Where is this, Fast and Furious again?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, it's a lucky guess.
Universal Orlando Resort has greenlit its next high-octane build, announcing plans to debut a new roller coaster titled Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, expected to open next year.
So
How
corny,
excited
but I love
are
it.
you?
I would obviously go check that out.
Yeah, you're right. Finally, something corny associated with the Fast and Furious movies franchise. Meanwhile, Amazon is leaning into bunker doors and moral dilemmas, pulling reality TV into a post-apocalyptic sandbox. Prime Video is rolling out a new reality competition series titled Fallout Shelter, drawing from the Fallout video game and streaming series.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe. Well, actually, I probably won't watch it.
Is it just people living in a fallout shelter so you can last the longest?
It's stuff like that. You got to work together, and and we talked about this earlier. There is proof that even space legends have earthly priorities. 94-year-old actor William Shatner was spotted in Los Angeles conducting what appeared to be a solo mission through a bowl of cereal while behind the wheel. Photographers caught the former Captain Kirk paused at a stoplight, boldly going deep into a bowl of cereal, navigating breakfast, and stopping at a red light at the same time.
I'm just happy he's still alive and eating.
Me too, and he looks really happy. Tonight on FX.
Is that the plastic surgery, maybe?
It could be. Tonight on FX and Hulu, the series premiere of The Beauty. Evan Peters and Rebecca Hall are FBI agents investigating the deaths of supermodels and a conspiracy leading back to a $1 trillion empire run by Ashley's middle school crush, Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, no way. And did you say Evan Peters?
Yeah, you got to think for him,
Oh, my
too.
gosh, yeah.
Well, you're not going to be able to control yourself.
I'm so excited.
Despite the rumors to the contrary, Ashton Kutcher is coming clean, making it clear this week that he does practice good hygiene 4 years after he and his wife, Mila Kunis, face scrutiny over remarks that implied they don't shower very often.
I love that. That's been going on for so long.
I know.
After they came out with that, people were just like, Ew. No, we're not doing that.
And he's frustrated by it.
So he's saying...
Well, come on, you can't say something like that and expect everyone to be like, oh, all right.
He's saying that was never true, or he's saying now I shower myself?
No, he's saying that people misunderstood. In July 2021, Kunis told Dax Shepard on his Armchair Expert podcast she didn't wash her children every day. I wasn't that parent that bathed my newborns ever, she said. The couple then went on to discuss their own bathing habits. I wash my armpits and my crotch daily and nothing else ever, Kutcher said at the time. Now he's walking back those comments a bit, saying they were taken out of context at the time, and he is, in fact, sufficiently washed.
I mean, that's kind of what I do. I don't wash my hair every day, so I just take, I just wash the bottom parts. That's it.
Like neck down?
Yeah.
I didn't think you're supposed to wash your hair every day.
No, it's not good for you.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You say you only wash your armpits and crotch and nothing else ever, quote unquote. I could see why somebody might take that as you might not be showering every day.
As long as you don't clean out a room when you walk into the damn thing, I don't care what you do.
Yeah, and this tour for The Beauty, again, that's debuting tonight on FX and Hulu, his co-star said, yeah, the guy's as clean as can be. We don't worry about it. He's not disgusting to work with.
Just so relieved this got cleared up.
Yeah, well, he's been tired of answering the question the last 4 years.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, what are you, some kind of filth pile, or what's your problem, Ashton Kutcher? He's playing a evil character in this series?
It appears so.
That might be interesting, huh?
Basketball great Hakeem Olajuwon, 63 today.
Oh, the Dream, my favorite of all time.
Golf great Jack Nicklaus, 86. And that's 93X News.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 when you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
You could pop up in WWE tomorrow. Would Saraya be there or would Paige be there?
Paige, 100%.
So when you're setting up Logan Paul to frog splash you through the announce table, it's going through your mind.
This should make every headline in the world.
It makes sense, right? You jelly roll.
We knew we had that kind of a moment.
Mindset, motivation, and what it takes to succeed. Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Half-Assed Morning Show, 93X.
We're so happy you could join us this morning. Appreciate that. The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show is up and running. Bye, damn Josh. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
Doing
Remember
good.
A few days ago we started off the program. We asked our listeners what kind of drugs they were hooked on. I think I made the statement that everyone these days is on some kind of dope. Do you recall that?
I do.
Was that last week?
Yeah,
just last week.
Everyone's on dope. That was the statement I made, and it was true. Folks started texting in. They're taking this. They're taking that. I can't remember specifics beyond that. But Ozempic must have been thrown into the mix, right? We must have had...
GLP-1s were on there, yeah.
But
plenty of people said that.
What was the word that you used?
GLP-1s.
I think it's pronounced gulpsm.
GLP-1s.
Yes. People are...
Weight loss drugs.
It's a weight loss pill or a weight loss drink, or you shoot it into your arm with a needle.
Wait, isn't it actually like for diabetes? And then they figured out people are losing weight on it.
Oh, I think
that was the case.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Oh, Christ, yeah, you're right. That completely escaped me.
And like Viagra started as some sort of anticoagulant or something like that. It started out as something completely different, and then the guys didn't want to return it because they were getting these wonderful boners.
Started off as a heart medication.
Yeah, some sort of...
Again, you called it Viagra? Was that what you called
Viagra.
it? And then it became a boner pill. Okay, we must have had some level of conversation on Ozempic a week ago when we were talking about how everyone's on dope. I don't remember... Like I said, I don't remember any specifics. Everyone and they mama is eating fistfuls of Ozempic so they can look hot at their high school reunion. We also talked about CPAP machines a few days ago, too. And that's the setup today. All the men are wearing CPAP machines. All the women are on Ozempic. But here's the deal. I'm guessing Josh knows the story already. So let me ask Dana and Ashley. With the rise of Ozempic's popularity, guess what else is on the rise? Go ahead. Think about it for a minute. Everyone's on Ozempic. They're dumping weight. What would that lead to a rise in?
More sex?
Decent guess.
That's a very good guess.
Decent guess.
Yeah, that's a wonderful guess.
What would maybe correlate there?
Lifting weights, getting jacked.
Getting jacked. You're headed in the right direction. It's more negative. Sex is a positive thing. Getting yourself, as Dana would say, jacked, a positive thing. This would be a
that's
negative.
probably related. I would say certainly.
Oh, that's why I said they're in the right ballpark, but more of a negative side effect.
People breaking up.
There you go, you bastard.
Oh, nice, dude.
I always thought that was the best sign of somebody wanting out of a relationship, if somebody who's never really worried too much about fitness really gets into it. Like anybody I've had that got jacked was in a miserable marriage and wanted to get in good shape so they could start dating other people afterwards.
That's funny. When I got divorced, I went the complete other way.
Well, you were already 38 or something like that,
Yeah.
giving up on life.
Pretty much.
When I got a divorce at 27 or 28, I got a gym membership.
Did you?
Well, I mean, my brother was a big gym.
Oh.
He was a big weightlifting gorilla. Still is. And suddenly, when I was single at 27, 28 years old, I called him and I said, hey, can you get me in over there?
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than 38.
It only lasted about, 2 months. But I did suddenly tell myself, okay, I got to get ready for this. Because you don't want to know why, Dana? Because I want to be banging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If my wife left me, I definitely would get a gym membership and hopefully go.
To the gym she works at?
Yeah.
Not the one she works at.
Even though you're 51, you'd go to get a gym membership?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot going for me, so I got to get every advantage I can. So
Yeah.
if I wanted to find another suitor, I would certainly get into the gym and do some clean and jerks or something.
I've always lost weight when getting out of relationships, but I don't know if that's just like because of the stress or if
you mean it just happened?
actually trying.
It happened naturally?
Yeah, usually I would drop like 15
stress.
pounds or so. And
Stress,
I'm like, cool. Yeah.
You have a revenge body.
Yeah, and then I would like slowly gain it back when I was happy again.
Stress is a massive thing. I've told you before, when my mother ditched my brother and I. My brother and I lived with our mother during high school. And she called my dad about 2 months before high school was over and said, as soon as these two idiots are handed their phony diplomas, they're your problem. I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't stand it. Can't blame her. My mother was kind of a heavy person at that time. Soon as we graduated, she moved away. Couldn't handle us anymore. We became our dad's problem. Didn't see my mom for 5 or 6 months. Saw her, almost didn't recognize her. She immediately dumped a pile of weight just because the stress of twin derelict sons was no longer weighing on her.
Yeah, it's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
So the word is, Cubby, everyone's on Ozempic. They're all slim and trim now. and looking fine in a moment. You know what I'm saying? And then the next step, divorce.
Yeah, they think, hey, I'm hot now.
Right.
I've been stuck in this relationship. I'm going to look for somebody.
And they want to be banging.
Yeah. I get, if I'm, excuse me, if I'm extremely stressed, I lose weight. And quickly.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those, gosh, it's this phlegm. It's attacking me.
You sound like me right now.
Leave me alone. Stop it, phlegm.
What is going on?
What did I do to you? Yeah, this wasn't happening beforehand. I'm choking on my own phlegm. That's not how a guy wants to die.
Is that why you stay so ridiculously scrawny? Is it the stress that buries you?
I'm not constantly stressed, but there'll be certain. It's weird. Big things I don't necessarily get stressed about because it's an easy decision. I'm a black or white type person where it's like there's no other decision I can make here in this really stressful situation. But when there's little things like the 2 days you were gone, I was so stressed I lost almost 10 pounds the entire week.
That was the 2 most stressful days of my life, just with secondhand stress because of how stressed you were.
Where the hell was I? I don't remember this.
When you were sick.
Oh, see, that troubles me to learn that.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, I was worried about you. You wouldn't miss a day of work sick if you had the choice. And then I'm like, I'm going to screw this up big time. People are going to hate my guts.
You really lost 10 pounds?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I
That's
lost
how
10 pounds when I was sick for a week, and that makes sense. But stress?
God help us.
Yeah,
Need
stress
some Xanax.
goes that way. I mean, I know folks that are the opposite. They'll eat the stress away, and for whatever reason, I can't explain it. I don't think I eat.
You were living your
stop.
normal life. Those two, you were eating, you were doing everything normally, but yet you still lost 10 pounds?
I think so. I don't remember exactly.
Lick me
That's
down.
crazy.
Didn't you say you got like an hour of sleep a night during that stretch of time too? Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I was sleeping very much.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is getting a divorce once they trim that fat off their frame.
Maybe it's just because of my age. But it seemed like for a while, all my friends were getting divorced. Maybe that's because it was mid to late 20s or early 30s. But now the ones that I know they've been married for so long, or they're on their second marriage, or in one case, third marriage, that they kind of figured it out at this point.
Huh. I'd have to...
I wonder if there's an average age for divorce.
Probably 30.
There's got to be.
I would say 30.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, go ahead. That'd be helpful. I guess I'd have to sit down and do the arithmetic.
Dude, you were right.
Was it 30?
30.
Now that you bring it up, now I'm trying to figure in my head how many of my longtime bros have gone through divorces, or multiple, and how many have... I mean, I can tell you this. 2 of my best friends met their wives during our junior year of high school, and they've been together ever since.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That's a cool story. I always thought that was great when people could make that work.
But I could think of a couple more. Maybe I'll have to map this out. What percentage of my pals have stayed married? One marriage, and how many of them have been?
I'm married to a lady who I'm their second choice.
Right.
She was already married.
How many of them have been in and out of courthouses their whole life getting divorced?
I got divorced at 35, and I was the first in my group of bros that got divorced. And I found out that when you're the first, you become the go-to guide where people call you for advice and how to navigate that whole situation.
No, nobody called me.
Yeah, I feel like I could put a Venmo request into some of my buddies for my services of therapy and counseling and helping them navigate it after I went through it.
Nick, I think no one called you because they saw what you walked away from.
Yeah, this guy.
The richest person I've ever met, and absolutely gorgeous.
Takes
people thought he's doing something wrong.
That takes balls.
Yeah.
That takes big friggin' onions.
You left that.
Onions. That's what I'm dealing with. Grapefruits.
Private jets, hanging with celebrities. Gorgeous.
I would have sucked it up for some years, I think.
And you know what I
cool,
said?
Very funny.
And I said, I'm moving on. Onions, baby.
And now you're sitting here with us.
Well, I was sitting here with the same... I was sitting here then.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting with radio losers then. I'm sitting with radio losers now. Folks who undergo rapid weight loss, this is where the whole schmear is going here. talking about Ozempic and its link, or weight loss, and its link to divorce. Folks who undergo rapid weight loss are twice as likely to take a walk on their husband or their wife and say, look, I'm going to go off and be a new person.
I truly think if I started like really getting into working out, my wife would wonder what's going on. I mean, we met because I was really into it, but as I mentioned, I think last week or the week prior, as soon as she said yes to my proposal, I canceled the gym membership and thought, well, she's locked in now. She's going to be stuck with whatever's left after I stop working out.
I would be pretty sus if my husband started working out. Like, what is this? You don't do this? Are you trying to be active?
What was the old joke years ago? As soon as a guy gets a divorce, I think this was a stand-up comic, but I thought it was so funny, and I think it's still true. As soon as a guy gets a divorce, he grows a goatee and he buys a Jeep.
Yeah.
What does this say? Now, part of this study on weight loss and divorce, they originally focused on people who had been fitted with those gastric bands.
Oh, yeah.
And people were texting in saying they know people who, once they had the gastric bypass surgery, got divorced relatively quick. That's crazy fast. The folks that, follow the rules afterwards, how fast they lose all that weight.
It can be. I know a gal who, hell, she must have been on the ground floor, because this is quite a few years ago. She went ahead with that gastric band surgery, whatever it is you called it a minute ago, Josh, where they make your stomach about the size of a dime.
Yeah.
I think she had some iffy early days with that operation. I think for a stretch of time she was not behaving the way she should have, and there were some troubles. But she finally got on board, and you want to talk about unrecognizable, how rapidly and dramatically she lost weight. It was incredible. You're way more likely here to take a walk on your friggin' ungrateful spouse once you dump those pounds. And the article goes into conversation about how it makes you more confident, more social. You want to continue after you lose the weight. You want to continue to lead a healthy life, and maybe your partner says, no. I'm not interested in that vibe. I still want to chug beer and bratwurst and pepperoni pizzas all day long. So suddenly you and your partner don't have similar lifestyles.
Something similar to this, a friend of mine, his wife got implants. She wanted to get them. And they got divorced about 6 months later. And he's like, I want my money back.
Oh, that sucks.
Because he paid for them. He's like, God darn it, I bought those things, and now can they be returned?
Right.
Can I get a refund?
Where are the statistics on that? Now, what did we just look up? The average age of a divorce, 30?
Yep.
I'd like the statistics. I'd like the numbers on when a married woman or a woman in a serious relationship. Well, let's just count marriages. When a married woman gets a set of bolt-ons, how often does it lead to the end of that relationship?
This is crazy. We got a text like at the same time we're talking about it saying they were divorced within 3 months after his wife got implants.
Because just like a guy who's suddenly doing sit-ups in the basement and a wife looks down the stairs and said, well, what are you doing that for? I don't care if you have abs. Same thing. Gal suddenly says, well, I'd like to go get some cannons. And the dude says, well, why would you? That's because she wants to start banging some new stuff.
Here's another one. Heavy Haul Ginger Jesus. He said he's still paying for his ex's implants and mommy makeover.
Oh. Well, what did you get? Still paying for them. What the hell was the price tag on those?
They ain't cheap.
I think it's pricey, right?
Well, I mean, I was involved in that once. I don't remember it taking that long to.
I mean, isn't it like $6,000? I mean, like back in the day.
Yeah.
From what my friend was saying, I mean, that's not cheap. And the mommy makeover add on to that.
Oh well, I thought that was a joke. What's a mommy makeover?
That's like tummy tuck and stuff like I think maybe lipo. I guess I'm not sure everything that goes into it.
I thought that was...
hey, she carry your kids for you? You might owe her that one.
I'm sorry?
I said if she carried your kids for you, you might owe her that one.
She took one for the team?
Yeah. I told my husband, I said, when I'm done breastfeeding, if it's just like a disaster, you're doing something about that.
I wonder if that's like the most common reason women get implants. The breast, because I've heard that before. The couple that I know who did said the exact same thing, that their kids, they did a number on them.
Yeah. What the heck? It's so annoying. But, I mean, think of all the money you're saving on formula, so it like kind of evens out.
Fake cans, 10 grand.
Wow, that's...
According to a text message.
Yeah,
those are probably nice ones.
What does this say? What's this say? I bought my ex a set of fake jugs, a BMW, a facelift. 6 months later, she gone.
The BMW is the coolest part for me. That'd be sweet.
6 months later, Cubby, she gone. Okay, I thought mommy makeover was just a punchline, but that's a common term for a series of operations.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know everything involved. Like I said, I've heard lipo and tummy tuck, things like that.
I was with a gal years ago who got the Zeppelins sewn in, and I think in the same series of visits, she got lipo, fat sucked out of her body.
Yeah, well, while you're there, why not?
That's what lipo is.
Yeah, they give you a little 2-for-1.
Yeah. What was funny was how wasted she was when I picked her up from the doctor's office.
Oh, I bet.
And she got some keepers bolted on, baby.
And I've heard the recovery is a long time on that. It knocks you out for a while.
Yeah, I had a friend that had it done, and she was in a lot of pain.
My wife's friend was back to work within a day, and she works at a gym.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I should say 2 days.
I think it's similar to what do they call this, Josh?
Your penis?
Yeah.
Oh, the vasectomy?
Vasectomy. Similar to the vasectomy. Some dudes are playing beer league hockey 24 hours later. Other dudes still feel it 2 years after the operation. Because like Josh, this gal that I knew back in the day who got the big ones, big fakies, she was A-okay in a couple, 3 days.
Oh, really? Yeah, I know. It took the girl I knew out for like weeks.
Right. But my sister lived with a gal who got a set of implants put on. I'm talking 2 straight days when I went to my sister's place. This was the sound from the bedroom of the gal who got those implants. This was all I heard for 2 straight days.
Oh, no. You know, and I think they can put them in different ways now, Ashley, like a few different options. Maybe, I'm sure that probably makes a difference. Right?
Oh, so maybe it depends on that. Yeah, I just remember she couldn't lift her arms up she couldn't lift her arms up past her chest area. It was brutal. It looked painful.
I think it's kind of like that old vasectomy. Okay, now that the mommy makeover has been brought to my attention, I wasn't aware of such a thing. Trash Trucker Jesus texted in to say your average mommy makeover, $30,000 to $100,000.
Good Lord!
Yeah,
that stuff is expensive.
Seems like $30,000 is the most common answer coming in here.
Okay, then there's much more going on than just bolt-ons and a tummy tuck. Because, like I said, I was part of that scene a number of years ago, and there's no friggin' way it was anywhere near $30,000. So things have changed, or there's some procedures thrown in there that I'm not even aware of.
Yeah, it sounds like about right around 10 grand is what implants are costing according to folks here.
Some guys are texting in and they're saying, as far as implants go, anything bigger than a handful, and you're risking a sprained thumb. What movie? Weird Science, 1985. You don't want a cheap boob job. A couple of our listeners have texted in saying you don't want a cheap one.
Nah, spend the money.
Any of that, what do they call it, cosmetic surgery? I'd be afraid of the bargain basement.
If it's a van instead of an operating room.
You don't go to Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Those Brazilian butt lifts kill folks overseas, it seems like, when they get the cheap ones.
Oh, no. Yeah. Here's a text that said, when those ladies go out and get new cans, they're instantly tired of their old bull, and they want to go get themselves a young calf. It happens on both sides. Both sides. We dudes check into the gym. You gals go get the mommy makeover, and you disappear with somebody else.
All these guys telling stories about having to pay for them or their wife getting them and then she cheating on them makes me really glad that my ex-wife waited until after we got divorced to get hers.
Well, she was cheating on you, but she just didn't have the implants yet. Yeah, my buddy who had that happen where she left him almost immediately, he was joking around like if he ever dates somebody and this happens again, he wants to write some sort of contract where they have to stay with him for a year. At least a year.
So that he can enjoy it?
Yeah, he gets to enjoy it a little bit.
All right, how about we go this way now while we're discussing the cost of some of these different procedures that a breast reduction cost around 10 grand.
Oh, I had no idea.
According to one of our listeners. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
And that's another one, too, where the recovery takes a long time.
I'm trying to remember. We worked with a gal who did that. I don't remember if she had a long recovery or not.
I have a friend who I've known for years. I've known her and her husband for years. She got it done. She'd been wanting to do it forever. She finally had the money and got it done, and she said it was the greatest decision she ever made. You know, back pain.
The craziest?
No, the greatest decision she ever made. His back pain's gone. The unwanted attention's gone. She can fit into things and stuff. And us bros, we asked the guy, or asked their husband, we said, do you kind of miss him, though? And he goes, no, not at all. We're like, really? And he goes, no, look at it like this, guys. If she leaves me, if anything ever happens, I'm the last guy that ever got to motorboat those things in all their glory.
I like the way guys think sometimes. Yeah, I've heard that too, where as far as the difference in somebody's life before and after a surgery, that the women who have the reductions are genuinely happier.
Oh,
generally.
Yeah. She's just talking about little things like buying dresses for weddings and things like that. She can fit into things, and it's just no longer, everything's not uncomfortable anymore.
I can't imagine having to deal with that because, I don't like how it looks. One of the reasons why I never wore underwire bras was because I thought they made me look chubbier because it made my chest look weird and bigger, and I didn't like that. So I can imagine having actual huge boobs and having to deal with that.
I think I was 21 years old. I was totally unaware of the procedure, and me and some unlucky gal fired our clothes into the corner of the room, and we began the process of what came naturally to the both of us. And I saw these scars on the underside of her, and I said, oh, wow, are these store-bought? And she said, no, the opposite, or not the opposite, but she said something like, no, guess again. And I said, oh, no. Were you sick? Did you have some kind of did you catch cancer and she said, no. Guess again. And I said, I have no idea. She said, breast reduction. Stupid. And I said, I've never heard of it. Mm-hmm. She looked at me like I was a moron, which was the fair way to look at it. I'd never heard of it before. I said, what are you talking about, breast reduction? She said, yeah, I had a bunch of it taken out, you moron.
I guess even now, knowing about it, I wouldn't assume. Maybe I couldn't come up with that.
I was totally lost. Oh, what happened there? What's wrong with you? I said. Oh, man. All right, if you want to go back real quick, I'm going to try to write some things down when we go to commercial and try to figure out. Josh brought this up. How many of my pals, my best pals, have had a divorce at this point? I mentioned that two of my best friends met their wives when we were juniors in high school and been with them ever since. Have there been some iffy moments along the way? Oh, yeah. But they remained with these women now, and here we are at 54 years old. Plastics Jesus texted in to say, I met my wife sophomore year of high school. We've been together ever since.
I don't know how people do that.
And now we're getting a divorce.
Oh, sorry. Somebody else, I lost the text here, but somebody else said that they've been together since 8th grade.
Oh.
Honestly, props to you. That is insane to me.
Tell them to get back to you. They came from a very, very small town, is my guess. If you don't mind getting back to Cubby.
Or they could be real religious.
I'm going to go with small town. You want to guess religion?
Could be.
That's where my mind went to, Josh.
Since 8th grade, I bet it's a tiny little town. Not even on the map. What do they say about marriage in Carlstead, Minnesota again, Josh? Give it to them.
It's something about you get your
I got
turn.
it.
What is it?
You don't lose your wife. When you get a divorce in Carlstead, Minnesota, you don't lose your wife. You just lose your turn. Because I think, isn't Carlstead known for having 6,000 men and 22 women in the whole town or something like that?
I'm not sure.
You just lose your turn.
All right, so it wasn't a small town.
What?
Runs in the Dark Jesus. New Brighton and not religious, so it's just an anomaly, I guess.
Wow.
Well, it's an odd answer. How many people do you know that would ever admit to being from New Brighton? So it's it's an odd answer.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here to once again sing the praises of Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. I got on the ball early. I already got my AC tuned up for summer, and I think you should too. An AC tune-up means better efficiency, fewer breakdowns, and peace of mind before we get choke slammed with heat. And right now, it's their early bird special. $45 off an AC tune-up or $90 and you add your furnace in as well. Smart folks like me don't wait for the first 80-degree day. We plan ahead. Book by May 25th and check it off your list at standardheating.com. Providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.